We're going to start soon. Almost ready. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Orville Nation and Dark Matter Nation, and everybody. Just welcome everybody, and it's good to see. Let's just to say hi to everybody in chat. It's good to see everybody here. Please share the stream, guys. This is an important stream. We want to get the message out to make sure people who have entered the raffle are aware. And let's say hello, Time Prophet. Hello, Weapons Maker Matt Ryan. We need you on here soon, buddy. We need to talk. We need to talk dark matter weapons. I listen. At some point, dark matter is too good not to get more dark matter. We got to talk. We got to talk more dark matter, Matt. Hello, Louise. Hello, Maria Tiantelli. She will be joining us later, most likely. Hello, Tracy Asteria. Hello, Loki. Thanks for dropping by, Loki. Fire it up. Yeah. Hello, Nate. Time Prophet, everybody, welcome, friends. Welcome to everybody in here, guys. It's good to see all of you. Again, please share the stream so people know we are doing the drawing. I am going to say I have a few things to say before we start. Thank you, my friend. Thank you to everybody. Because of my channel hasn't been streaming for many months, so people aren't expecting it all the time now, and it's noticeable. But anyway, first of all, guys, let me just say thank you to a lot of people we need to say thank you to. First of all, guys, I want to say thank you to Mary. Rambling's other half, for Mary's Game Room. Thank you, Mary, for all your support these months. I want to say, I want to say that I'm sure Mary's been going through a lot with Rambling, and it's not easy. But thank you for all your support and your coordination and help with having us do a very transparent raffle. I also want to apologize to everybody for not getting this done earlier. It was just impossible. It was not possible to have it done for many reasons, which I'm not even going to get into again. It was not possible for me to do it before. So, we had a lot going on in the fall, and I want to make sure that once we do the raffle, we can get these prizes to the people who have won them. So it was very important for me to be in a situation where I can do that. And even though I'm traveling right now, I do have the mechanisms in place to get these to whoever wins them. So guys, I got to tell you, I'm not objective at all. I'm not objective. I want all of you to win. So I've thrown in a couple of Orville Nation consolation prizes for a few more people to hopefully win. We have, before we get going, I want to continue with the thank yous. Just so you guys know, we have a $25 ticket prize here in this glass on my left, which is which is your right, and we have the 50. Okay, the top tier right here. They're both there's about the same number of entries in both, and I got to tell you, the chances are spectacular that somebody's going to win, guys. There are people, several people did multiple entries, there are even some households who did multiple entries. So we will see. But I want everybody to win, guys. And I also want to, before I just continue with the thank yous, I just want to point out that I'm not sure I'm going to do this again. It for me. I want to be. I know like people like I don't like our friends like Cardinalson. Cardinalson's giving away stuff, raffling stuff off on his channel the whole time. I felt like Melissa gave us something that was very valuable. A couple things that were very valuable. One is personally hers, and you know, two things were personally hers, and the other was also the dark matter in the production office, the needlepoint. So I think so basically, guys, I don't see myself doing this again, but I couldn't say no. We couldn't say no to Melissa's very generous offer of helping Rambling when we were interviewing Melissa and Zoe with Joe on the penultimate Dark Matter Monday. So I want to thank everybody, guys. Listen, one of the guys I want to thank, let me just go through this really quick, is Loki. Loki in the chat. Loki was instrumental in organizing all the support, along with Mexican Iron Man. Both you guys, Loki and Mexican Iron Man. You guys are amazing friends. You guys are amazing leaders in the community. And yes, Mexican Iron Man has a channel, the guys. So we're gonna see what kind of content we see for Mexican Iron Man in 2022. But listen, both of you guys, Loki and Mexican Iron Man, you guys are fantastic, and thank you so much for everything you guys do in general for our entire community, and you guys are both leaders, and we are honored to be your friends, and thank you for everything you've done for Rambling, and you guys set up the initial campaign, of course, and to help Rambling, and just so many thanks to all you guys. We have to, of course, thank you so much to Melissa O'Neill for sparking this whole event. I bet she didn't think it was going to take this many months, but thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much, Melissa O'Neill, actress Melissa O'Neill, Dark Matter actress on The Rookie. Just a wonderful actress, wonderful person. We really got a sense of who she is in our interactions with her, and on the panel and in private. Just a wonderful human being. And thank you so much, Melissa, for really giving to somebody who needs it. And there you are, Mrs. CANUCK. Thank you, Mrs. CANUCK. Hats off to Mrs. CANUCK, guys. Thank you, Mary. I also want to, guys. We also have to mention, of course, Joseph Malazzi. Without Joe's doing, Joe is very open. Without Joe's doing this Dark Matter Monday with us, we never would have, we raised money for, Joe also helped us raise money for Bird of Prey, because we had a stream, and with an actress and a producer from Dark Matter, and we it helped raise a lot of money for along with everybody else who was helping. But Joe opened that door to help some fans in need, and we raised money for Bird, and we obviously had the opportunity to raise money for Rambling and to create a lot of awareness for Rambling. I really, as much as I enjoy doing this, and forgive me for rambling on this way, guys. No pun intended for Rambling CANUCK. But as much as I really feel like I need to just speak for a second. This is why I'm rambling on like this. So yes, Joe does rock. So I want to thank Joseph. Joseph has always been very close to the fans in the Stargate community, and of course for Dark Matter community, and very accessible and very in tune with the fans. And we thank Joe very much for exposing us, and to in this case especially to Melissa, who was the spark. Melissa was the spark for this. So thank you to all of you guys. We want to of course thank our beloved Tom Costantino from the Orville, and of course Seth MacFarlane for the amazing contribution of a screen used item as well from the Orville. And Tom is another person, and I think Seth is that way too. I think just Seth has just got so much going on that he can't be everywhere himself. But I think Seth is also that way. But Tom is somebody from kind of like Seth's right hand there, reaching out to the fans for Seth, and Tom is an amazing person. He's always been very much like Joe. He's always been there for all of the fans, and especially those of us who have been focused on the Orville. He's always been there for us. And what can I say? What can I say about Tom? Just amazing support. And we also want to give the love back to them. We want to give the love back to the Orville when season 3 hits. We want to give love back to Dark Matter and Stargate, and these individuals have the passion for sci-fi. Let's be honest here. One of the best things about sci-fi, not everybody understands it. One of the best things about sci-fi is that it brings out the best in humanity. And people like Joe, people like Tom, people like Seth, they understand that. They understand that, and that is why, they're, busting their butts to put out something that's quality. People said, well, why was, for example, people have been complaining, well, why has the Orville been delayed again? You know why the Orville's been delayed again? I'll tell you right now why the Orville's been delayed again. And I don't know anything, but this is just me talking. Is because Seth realizes that whatever he puts out is going to be timeless. Just like you go back and watch TNG or TOS or, something classic sci-fi that is for all purposes timeless. Seth realizes that what he's putting out is timeless, and so does Tom, and so does Joe. Joe realizes that what he's putting out should have that you should be able, like, we're doing the rewatch of Dark Matter Monday, and like I'm as excited as if it was airing for the first time. More excited, actually, to be honest. So it's oh no, I don't want to sound like that. I don't want to say, but thanks, Nate. So anyway, I've been rambling on way too much. So again, thank you, Loki, Mexican Iron Man, Mary, Melissa O'Neill, Joseph Malazzi, Tom Costantino, Seth MacFarlane, and anybody I have forgotten, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who've helped. There's people like Captain Trek and Cardinal Sin and Doomcock, and I see Sci-Fi Nation there. There's a lot of people with channels that have been talking about the raffle. So thank you to all of you guys. And I should probably move on to something more productive than me talking. So let's just go really quick again, see who's in here. And hey, Sci-Fi Nation. Hey, Matt Ryan. Hey, Time Prophet. Hello, Nate. Hello, Maria. Hello, Loki. Hello, Mrs. CANUCK. All right, guys. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Dave G Sound. Good to see you, Dave. All right. Hello, Captain Trek. There you are. And all right, guys. Hello, Louise. Okay. So, guys, and there's a few people lurking, like Adega. He's always lurking. He's always in the background. He's always there. I don't know what he's doing at his house, Adega. I don't know what you're doing now, but I know you're listening. You're always listening. Adega is like omnipresent. He's probably got like Adega probably has like 5 channels going at the same time. Alrighty. So we're gonna do this in a very organized way because I don't want to screw up. So Adega's doing what I probably should be doing. What I should be doing, probably writing. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. I want to make sure we do this. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to be going through the 25, the bottom tier, the bottom tier items, and then we are going to go to the two screen used top tier items. We're going to go one by one, and after we've given away the top prizes of the two screen used items, the Melissa O'Neill jumpsuit, of course, and the badge from Majority Rules from the Orville episode. Then I'm going to give a couple of consolation prizes, and I know it's not as exciting, but I'm going to give away some pins from Orville Nation pins. So let's see. I am going to put up a banner while I set something up. I will be back in 1 second, guys. And I'm warning you guys. I'm going slow today. I'm doing this until we finish the raffle. I am going methodically slow, and I want to be very transparent. So I'll be back in a second. Alrighty. You know what? While I finish something up here, I'm gonna just throw this on you guys. You guys can watch this while I finish this up. Sorry. All right, guys. Hello. Let me say hello to Captain Spire. Hello, Spider Cat. Hello, guys. All right. While I was there, I'm just killing time here, and yeah, Tracy, that's just a concept trailer for maybe a Stargate fan film that I will be working on someday. And I just had to put something up. That was the only thing I had right here. So, all right, guys, let's start out. Number one on the list. Number one on the list is Melissa O'Neill's Dark Matter backpack. Let me put some images of that up because I don't have that physically with me right now because I'm in Europe. Hello, Resolute. Good to see you. Yes, just in time. Yeah, well, if I ever get to the point where I'm actually ready, Tracy, to work on it, I would love to. Just the way our friend Eric, is working on the Orville fan film. I'd love to do that, work on that Orville Stargate fan film. Anyway, we are going to start off with Melissa's backpack, and let's see. This is what I'm going to be doing, guys. I have put initials on all these pieces of paper. I am going to take the piece of paper that's being drawn on camera right in front of you, and I'm just going to double check. Once I take that piece of paper out, I'm going to double check that person is on the right list for the 25 or the 50, and I will proceed to announce the person. Okay. And again, thank you, Mary, to help us coordinate with. We wanted to do this in a way where the donations went directly. I didn't want to handle any funds. Went directly to Ramblings Gives and Go. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Nate. Wow. They'll enjoy that. Wow. Awesome. All righty. Here we go. So this is let's just take a look again at Melissa's backpack here. And this, of course, the lovely Maria on there. This was her backpack that she sent us, and inside she had put her jumpsuit. And this is it's really cool. It's brand new, and it says the Raza Crew on it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So what I'm going to do is, guys, I will send you guys the backpack with a note attached, saying that this is the official backpack that Melissa gave us for this event. The jumpsuit itself is signed by Melissa, so I don't think there's any need of authenticity. Hello, bird of prey, kapla, my friend. And let's go ahead and do the drawing for the Raza Crew backpack. Okay. So the drawing for the Raza Crew backpack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly stop sharing so you guys can see. This is the $25 raffle. And I am going to randomly pick one name. I'm mixing it up and picking one name. There we go. One piece of paper. And I'm making sure. Okay, I'm making sure this person is in the right bin. Yep, this person is absolutely in the right bin. In the 25. And here you guys, I'm showing you guys the name. 1 second. The name is, the initials are NP for Nanette Pacelli. There you go. You see that? You guys see that, right? Okay. So Nanette walks away with Melissa's backpack. Congratulations, Nanette. And Nanette is not in here, so if somebody wants to tell her on Twitter. The Dark Matter backpack goes to Nanette Pacelli. Awesome. Congrats, Nanette. And guys, yes, Netter. By the way, people like Nanette have multiple tickets. So I'm just saying, if you see her name again, don't be surprised. All right, so this is what Nanette is walking away with. Congratulations to our good friend, Nanette Pacelli. Netter, awesome. And I see her using that at a convention someday, hopefully. Glory to you and your house, yeah. Congratulations, absolutely. If somebody wants to tell her, she's not around, so tell her on Twitter. All right. Let me find the next item. And let me put up a video while you know what happens is that I had a whole bunch of videos here and they're gone from my StreamYard, which is weird. Why not? That ever happen to you, Bird? Thank you, Mrs. CANUCK. So let me find the next item. The next item we're going to be doing, guys, is the whatchamacallit? The needlepoint of the Raza crew. That's right, Maria? It's a needlepoint. And let's see. Let me find the needlepoint. So somehow, and we'll have to ask Joe about this again, or Melissa. Somehow Melissa walked off with, I don't remember, maybe just Joe gave it to her. Walked off with this needlepoint. And this, of course, Loki's on the stream here with Rambling and Maria when we were unpacking this. They were on the stream when we unpacked this. Here we go. So, and you know what? I think we should just watch this part of the video. Let's just watch it as a, let's see. Room. And we're literally unpacking this. This was hanging up in their production office.
Oh,
and it's
That's awesome.
What is it called? Needlepoint?
It's needlepoint.
I want that.
That is
amazing.
Oh my god! I want the pattern.
That is nuts. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And somehow I don't remember who did the needlepoint. I want to say it was somebody from. I want to say it was somebody from like the wardrobe. But I don't remember. I might just be making that up. Well, Melissa walked off with this. I guess Joe gave it to her.
Nobody needs this, right? Yoink.
And she was so she's giving it away. So this is such a kind gesture.
Thing.
I know this. And guys, by the way, when you see this thing up close, the camera does not do this justice. This is a very cool item. We see 1, 2, 3. We see all of them in the Android, 1 through 6 in the Android. It's really nice. It's in a wooden frame. Obviously, it seems like Melissa took the glass out to send it, but it's really, really nice. And the camera does not do it justice. So we're going to go ahead. And we're going to do the drawing for this. This is, again, in the $25 tier. And I am going to go ahead here and remove this so you guys can see me do it. And here we go. Let's pick. Just shuffling them around and picking one. So 4. This is 1, right? 1 ticket. Oh, there you go. Okay. For the let me just check, double checking this person who is in the chat. This person who is in the chat right now. Hold on, let me just check. Yep, he is in the 25 tier, correct. And I want to congratulate our friend YouTuber Resolute Germ. Resolute Germ is the winner. And let me just write this down. Resolute Germ is the winner of the needlepoint of the production of the Raza Crew. Very unique item that used to hang up in the production office, if I'm not mistaken. And good to see you, X-Wing. Congratulations, everybody. Say congrats to Resolute. Congrats. There he is. It's a really nice item, Resolute. It's really nice. Very simple and yet elegant, and it's beautiful. Love to have that hanging up in the background. You're gonna have to put when you start streaming. You're gonna have to have a little display there, Resolute, of your nerdy stuff. Yeah. Congrats, everybody. Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. I want all you guys to win, man. All right. Let's see. Let me just share again the image of that. And that is beautiful. And by the way, guys, so just to, I'm going to be getting in touch one-on-one with you, all of you guys. And we're going to see, we're going to figure out exactly which is the best way to connect to you guys and mailing this to you. Okay. And I'm just making sure everything's written down, even though everything's being recorded. But Resolute, okay, there we go. Awesome. Our friend Resolute has the beautiful display of the Raza Crew in needlepoint. It was mostly, hey Robert, good to see you, Robert. It was mostly CGI, but our next item, just so you guys know, our next item is not a CGI Raza. It is a real deal Raza. And give me one sec, guys, and I will be right back with that item. It's weird. I feel like an auctioneer. There he is. There's Adega Outlaw, science fiction author, Dr. Adega Outlaw. And there is one of the Pacellis. Hello, Troy. Good to see you. You probably heard about Netter's win, right? Good to see you guys. I know Adega's lurking. He's always lurking. All right, and very appropriate to put up that video again because here we are. Here is the next item. Isn't the Raza just one of the most beautiful beautiful ships out there in sci-fi? It is really a beauty. Guys, this is done by somebody in our greater nerd community who is a master of his craft or her craft. Not saying much. Just a beautiful, you can't get a Raza anymore, as far as I know. Not new Raza. And let me just really quickly sum up. This is done with a high quality resin that is been thought of. It's been purposely thought of to be able to go ahead and do a quality job of painting it. It has a stand, a beautiful stand that says dark matter on it. You can see where it says the matter on the. You can see the matter on the bottom, and just beautiful, beautiful image. There she is. Congratulations, young lady, on winning the Dark Matter backpack. Melissa's Dark Matter backpack. Again, this is a high quality resin. It's thought for a hobbyist to go ahead and paint. Or, you know what? It was also done with the idea that it's kind of a cool color. You could just leave it like that if you wanted to. I would probably leave it like that for a while. And then maybe when I was confident enough I would do a good job painting it, I would do it. But again, let's just take a closer look. And you guys can see the stand there. Nice job. By the way, you see the 4 engines here on the Raza. These 4 engines on the Raza, they completely rotate just like they do on the ship. Those 4 engines rotate fully. So fantastic. And Netter, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. And we are going to start the drawing, guys, for the Raza. I certainly hope, guys. Listen, I certainly hope that we get more dark matter sooner than later. I also think that the more you guys, we as a community, all of us, the more we ask for dark matter merch, the greater chances that we're going to be able to get like stuff like this, like the models of the Raza and the shuttle too, the Raza shuttle. Bozo Circus. Yes, we remember Bozo. Wasn't that fun to watch as a kid? One of the only clowns that I did not find scary. Yes, glory to you in your house, Netter. All right, guys, let's start. And hashtag Dark Matter Season 4. Yes. And guys, and as we progress through the watch through, by the way, as we progress through this watch through of Dark Matter, we're really going to try to do a build up toward the end of Season 3, especially. Really ramp things up and really give Joe the support he needs. We'll talk more about that down the road. All right, let's do the drawing for the Raza. Okay. Again, the $25 tier. Okay, so mixing it up, picking one name. That's one name. Okay, so just confirming this person belongs in this tier. I'll make sure we do this right. And got you. So somebody who is not in the chat, the initials are showing you guys the initials here. Whoops, 1 second. Here's my camera. The initials are PM for Pranakasha Matt of Pranakasha Productions. So if anybody can go and give him give Matt a little nudge on Twitter, tell him he has won the Raza. So congratulations to Matt for winning the Raza. This is really wow. I think this is pretty this is really a cool item. Very cool. It's not really big, but for the size of it, the size of the the keyboard there is obviously made to show us a little bit the size. For the size of it, it has a great level of detail. So congratulations to Matt. So let me write this down. All right, Matt of Pranakasha Productions. All right, congrats. Yes, hello. Congrats to congrats to Matt of Pranakasha Productions. Awesome. And again, thank you so much. One of the unsung heroes of this, one of the unsung heroes, guys, of this one of the people we could not thank publicly is the creator of this piece of work, and I really want to thank him or her for a wonderful donation, and hopefully down the road we will be able to see more Raza models, maybe the shuttle too. So thank you guys. Thank you to this person in particular, the creator, the artist of the Raza. Thank you so much to you. Thank you. And it means a lot to Rambling and his family. Hey, John Burns, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. All right. Let's move on to, let me just make sure we get this all squared away. And okay. Let's see. Next item up is the screen used item from the Orville. Let me find the picture, and we will be from the episode. Here we go. Here from the episode Majority Rules, and of course I have it right here too, but I want to put up the picture because this green screen is screwing it up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something different here. I'm gonna do so you guys see it working. This might help a little bit. No. I gotta turn off the green screen. You know what? I'm gonna turn off the green screen. 1 second. There we go. The badge from one of the badges from Majority Rules, one of the working badges, donated, of course, by Tom Costantino. Thank you so much, Tom, for this donation. Very cool. This is a lot cooler in person, but you guys see it lights up. Lights up. Very, very cool. Very cool. You guys are gonna love this. The colors are not coming through. Coming in very dull. They're very bright green, very bright red. And I think the best thing to do is just put up an image, because camera is not doing it justice. So, and let's put up, we'll put up Yitz's artwork that he did for Dark Matter and for Joe Malazzi. And okay, for the Orville Majority Rules badge. Very, very cool. Okay. So this badge is a lot of fun. This badge is a lot of fun. By the way, Tom Costantino put out the other day some like they're going to be selling these badges. I'm not sure if they light up, but they're going to be selling. I think they don't actually, but they're going to be there's a store that I will put it up and I'll find it. I'll put it up in a little bit. There's a online merch that the Orville's putting out. Really cool stuff. Yeah, the Raza, very, very talented. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, no, you're probably referring to the background. Yeah, this is very cool. Yeah, well, both the Raza and this are very cool. Yitza did a great job. Can't get everybody in there. Okay, so for the here we go. We're going to pick from the 25 tier, the $50 tier, and which is this one, and picking from the $50 tier for the Majority Rules screen used item. Picking one, that's one, and wow. Wow. You know, I'm just going to say, listen, some people put in a lot of tickets, and some households put in a lot of tickets, guys. So congratulations to Nanette Pacelli, again, Pacelli. Congratulations, Netter, on the Orville's screen used Majority Rules badge. Congratulations, Netter. Wow. Awesome. Yes, Netter again. Yes, congratulations, Netter, on the Majority badge. And I will, just so you know, Netter, by the way, your badge says you have 42,943 downvotes and 230,760,000 upvotes. So it looks like you're more liked than disliked, which is a good thing. So congratulations, Netter. Awesome, Netter. And we're going to be in touch because we're going to have to send you a couple things there. Wow. Okay, let me just write this. Make sure to get this down. And Netter, this is your win. This is your win. Okay, so it's going to you, and we'll talk off screen. Good to see you, Terry. All righty. So the next item up And again, guys, thank you to Tom Costantino and to Seth MacFarlane for that very generous donation gift to our community, so we could send it to Rambling, help Rambling. All right, guys. All right. Guys, we're going to do the next thing we're going to do is the Melissa O'Neill, jumpsuit. And let me put up an image of that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I want to make sure I don't want to forget anything. You know what we're going to do? We're going to watch our unpacking for a sec of Melissa's jumpsuit. We're just going to watch it.
Absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
And
Awesome.
it's in mint condition. And I guess this was something that one of the backpacks that she was given. So very, very cool.
Very nice.
We're gonna figure out how we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk to Rambling and Loki. We're gonna figure out. I'm not sure, Loki and Rambling. We've been going back and forth. I'm not sure the auction is the best way because of we want everybody to have a fair shot. Maybe raffle is
So
probably
we were going to auction it at some point, but I wanted everybody to have a fair shot, and so we did a raffle instead. We may have raised less money. I'm sure actually we probably did raise less money, but we raised a great deal. So hopefully, I think it was probably the best for the community just to do a raffle. Wanted everybody to have a chance to get to win something. So all right, I will let myself talk.
Right. And what did Melissa include inside the accessory, the backpack? Inside the backpack, she included a surprise, which is article number 2. And who remembers the prison episode of Dark Matter? And what we have inside is Melissa's prison suit.
Holy crap.
From
No
Dark
way.
Matter.
Oh,
So,
wow.
ladies,
That's crazy.
if any ladies out there who wanna cosplay with Melissa's
Size
actual
0, I'm sure.
Dark Matter.
That's
This is
amazing.
not going to fit everybody, guys.
No.
Fit everybody. It's very cool. I'm going to show you something way cool on the sleeve here. It's crazy. On the sleeve, it's got like this. It's almost like it's got this like kind of barcode design. I don't know if you can see it.
Nice.
Oh,
And let me blow that up a little bit. Yeah, it's like it's a excuse me. It's not. I said barcode, but it's more like a what is it called? Electronic microchip board. Well, that's not the right term actually, but yeah, very, very cool. There's little things on the sleeves. There's very cool. And yes, Maria. I mean, I don't know if it smells like Melissa. Maria asked me if it smelled like. Does it still smell like Melissa O'Neill?
Like that.
oh yeah.
There is a lot of
Groovy.
there's a lot of detail on it, and there's some wear on it, so it actually looks like they've been wearing it for a couple of weeks while shooting. It's really
Very
cool.
cool.
It's got the we're gonna show this very detailed. It's got the double zipper, and then it opens up. It's got another zipper. So
Nice.
absolutely very cool.
They
on the
went
back.
all.
It's got like two pockets there. I know some of you ladies in the chat, I know you're there. You're already thinking about cosplaying this. And she did something very cool, which also
I did not notice at first. I noticed it later. Melissa, of course, signed it.
Very
No.
nice.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
See, you wouldn't want to wear that. You'd want to hang it on your wall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a wall. That's a wall and
That's
a
a wall thing.
frame and glass and a
Frame.
breathe on and die sign.
Maybe a cardboard
You might
cutting of
wear
her
it-
head on top of it.
You might wear it once, at a con or something.
I think the only merit, or I would say, if it fits you, if you win it and it fits you, or it fits your girlfriend or whatever, your wife, I would wear it like to a convention where Melissa was, and just walk right, walk up to her table wearing her jumpsuit. That would be funny. That'd be cool. All right, guys. So let's do the jumpsuit. And I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. I don't mean to protract this longer, so forgive me. We just wanted to make this an enjoyable event. Here we go. For Melissa's jumpsuit. For Melissa's jumpsuit. Picking one. That's one. All right, guys. For Melissa's jumpsuit. Oh, wow. All right. I have to say this, guys. Listen, I want everybody to win. And some people were so generous in their donations, guys, and in their help that, like I said, some people had multiple entries. And some households had a lot of entries. So it's not Netter. I see you guys. But rather, we can see if Troy will fit into Melissa's jumpsuit. Troy Pacelli. Congratulations to Troy Pacelli. And will you fit into into Melissa's jumpsuit? So congratulations, guys. Congratulations to I don't want to say how many, but the Pacellis donated a lot, guys. So yeah, but I think Netter is going to have to wear that to a convention. Netter, I want to see you. We all want to see you in that Melissa O'Neill. Well, I don't know if it fits because Melissa's really small. She's tiny. So I don't know if it's going to fit you. So, but if it does, congratulations. Yes, congratulations to Netter and to Troy. Congratulations, Troy, on being the winner of the Melissa O'Neill jumpsuit. Cinderella John. That's funny. Yeah. So Troy is Melissa's jumpsuit. And we're going to do a couple of consolation prizes now. Yeah. Try it on. Are you tall, Netter? Because it looks like it'll fit you unless you're really tall. Let's see. Melissa's yeah, Troy. Okay. Are you tall, Netter? Congratulations again. Congratulations again, guys. And we're going to do a couple of consolation prizes for Orville Nation pins. And awesome. We're going to keep drawing, guys. We're going to draw. Oh, you're 5'4". Wow, you're like in Melissa's neighborhood there, Netter. Wow. You might have to keep this one and for yourself, Netter. Steal it from Troy's closet. All right, guys. Very happy for all of you. And what did you say? What Troy said? Yeah, Netter's gonna have to wear this because I doubt I could fit one leg into it. I'm sure. I'll be back. Awesome, Nate. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of consolation prizes. What I'm gonna do is we have the 25 tier and the 50 tier. What I'm gonna do is the following. I am gonna pick three from each glass for an Orville Nation pin. So we continue. So let's go the 25 tier, whatever batch, and we have one name. Let's see, from the 25 tier, and the initials are PH. The initials are PH, and this person PH is, as far as I know, the first name is Peter, is not in the chat, but I'm going to contact Peter for the Orville Nation pin. So congratulations to Peter, unless you are in the chat under a different name, Peter. I am going to write your name down for pins. All right, so congratulations to Peter. Oh, let me put up, maybe put up a picture of the pin, PJ. Maybe put up a picture of the pin. And for a picture of the pin, of course, we go to Nick the Stick's fan store, where YouTubers such as Maria and myself have our merch. And let's see, let's go find the Orville Nation pin and let's put it up. There we go. And let me just show it. I'm not showing it here. There we go. Okay, so this is Nick the Sticks. And Maria, can you put in the link to Nikki's page, if you don't mind, in the chat? Yeah. So this is the pin. Very cool. So congratulations, Peter. Rob's like, yeah, my real name. Yeah, that's funny, Rob. Hello, Dave. Good to see you, Dave. Again, congratulations if you're just joining us. Yes, Netter will be cosplaying as 2. And Netter, if it fits, you got to walk up to Melissa at a convention with your suit on. Thank you, Maria. All right, so Maria's going to put in the link. There's a lot of merch there, and I'm not just trying to. It's not because I'm trying to push my merch, or Maria's merch, but we're big fans of Nikki, and Nikki put all this together for us, and so we want to support Nikki's store. All right, next name for another pin. So congratulations to Peter, and hold on, I'm just going to leave it up. These are not big items. All right. Well, hold on. I need to show the name. So the winner of the Orville Nation pin, the next Orville Nation pin is, as you guys can see, our friend YouTuber who was in the chat, Captain Trek. Congratulations, Captain Trek. And congratulations, my friend. Thank you for joining us, and Captain Trek. We're going to be sending Captain Trek a pin. Awesome! Congratulations, Captain Trek. This is the website, guys. Yeah. So, and we're going to be doing one more from this batch from the 25. So congratulations to Peter, to Captain Trek. And let's see, one more from this batch. One more pin. And of course, feel free, guys, to wear your Orville Nation pins to every convention. Okay. Damn. We're going to be sending Netter an Orville Nation pin as well. So congratulations, Netter. Awesome. Thank you guys for being so generous and helping Rambling, by the way. Thank you guys. Thank you, Netter. And Troy. Congratulations, Netter, on an amazing Orville Nation pin. By the way, you guys see our logo here up in the top right-hand corner, the blue logo. But the logo was, redone for the merch, and Nikki did an amazing job. Thank you. Yeah, Nikki did an amazing job. Thanks, Maria. With redoing beautiful. Look at that like kind of like that galactic, space background. And she just did an amazing job doing the original logo. I kind of like the original logo, but she just made it boom. She just brought it to life. Yeah. She just brought it to life. Congratulations, Netter. And I know this is a teeny tiny souvenir from Orville Nation, but hopefully you'll be wearing it with your Melissa O'Neill jumpsuit. All right, we move on to the $50 group batch. So we want to pick 3 consolation prizes for the people who donated $50 for the top tier items. So let's pick one from the top tier. That's one. And I am going to, Netter, if you want to, I'm going to ask you because your name came up. Shall I redraw? Shall I redraw for this one, Netter? And I'm going to wait for Netter to answer because your name came up. So shall I redraw and pick another one, Netter? So that was Netter's name that came up. Okay. I'm going to redraw then. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. That's one. And this is, just making sure, this is, of course, our friend Cardinal Sin. Our friend Cardinal Sin. CS, our friend Cardinal Sin, has won the next pin. Awesome. Congratulations to Cardinal Sin. And Cardinal Sin is not in here, but if somebody wants to let him know, he just won an Orville Nation pin. I'm sure he's excited about it. He's going to be up all night without being able to sleep. All right. Troy can still come up. All right. 2 more pins, guys. 2 more pins from the 50. And it looks like I'm offering Joe here a drink. It looks like I'm offering Joe in the background a drink. Isn't that a great rendition of Joe, by the way? Joe Malazzi. I love 4 with the sword there. John, did you really donate and not Well, if you're serious but I mean, like, I haven't had any names come up that I don't know though so far. Except for the Peter. I don't know Peter, but let me know if you're serious, John. All right. Next one. One name and all right. Let's see. Troy, what shall I do, Troy? Well, Troy deserves a pin too. We'll give Troy a pin. So this pin is for Troy. Okay, so Troy gets a pin. Congratulations, Troy. And congratulations, my friend. John, DM me. I want to ask you. DM me, John. John Burns. DM me. Troy, you sure you want me to redraw? You sure? All right. Well, knowing Troy, he's being serious. So, okay. All right. So our friends, WDH, our friends War Dogheim, from the seventh, from our community, also from the Seventh Rule family. Yeah, War Dogheim, awesome. Congratulations, War Dogheim. I don't think War Dogheim is in here, so sometimes they're lurking, but awesome supporters. Thank you, War Dogheim. Congratulations on the pin, of course, and congratulations on this pin, War Dogheim. Congratulations. Okay. And we're going to do our final. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Troy. And guys, we're going to do our final draw for an Orville Nation pin. And let's see. It looks like there's a lot more in here that seem to be like that, all bunching up. All right. Picking one. And let me just check. Don't know the name. Okay, so the initials are HF, and that corresponds to somebody named Homer. And congratulations to Homer. Congratulations to Homer on the so HF. Congratulations to Homer on the pin. Congratulations, Homer. I feel like it's familiar. I think I'm not sure who this is, but congratulations to Homer. Thanks. So awesome, guys. So we are done with our drawing. And congratulations again, guys, to Nanette for the backpack, to Resolute Germ with the needlepoint. Matt Pranakasha, has anybody told Matt he won a Starship? We're going to have to tell Matt he's won a Starship. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to do the following. If anybody, I'm going to start the episode of Smart Dark Matter Season 4. I'm sorry, Dark Matter Season 4. Episode 4 of Dark Matter. I'm gonna give one second. I'm gonna put the StreamYard's invitation, guys, into thank you, Maria. I'm putting the StreamYard's link in the chat, guys. Okay. If anybody wants to come up and chat Dark Matter, you're most welcome to. And I'm going to start the episode I'm not sure if we're going to be able to finish it, but I'm going to start it. So I am putting in, and thank you again, everybody. Thank you again to everybody who is chipping in to help Rambling. Again, thank you, Loki. Thank you, Mexican Iron Man. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Melissa O'Neill. Thank you, Joseph Malazzi. Thank you, Tom Costantino. Thank you, Seth McFarland. Thanks to everybody and anybody who I'm leaving out. Thank you, Maria, for that. I'm putting out the anybody wants to jump on. Welcome to Talk Dark Matter. Let's open things up and just have a nice, friendly. Anybody wants to jump on Talk Dark Matter. There's a StreamYard link. You're all welcome. I'm going to put up the episode. Rob says, I know I joke around, but this is a serious question. Can you? Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice, Rob. Listen, I'm also going to do that. Thank you, Rob. I'm going to put up the. Hold on one second. The link to Ramblings. This is a Ramblings donation page, guys. Of course, Rambling is waiting for a kidney transplant, which obviously has greatly affected him in many ways, especially work-wise, because he's not able to, be productive the way he was before. And if anybody can help, this is Rambling's campaign, which is going to be shutting down soon. So if anybody wants to help out, please help out tonight. Mary is going to be taking it down soon. Thank you guys for anybody who does. And thank you to everybody. Thank you for everybody who donated, including, there's several names out there. There's a lot of names here that were not picked. So thank you to all of you guys for donating. Thanks to everybody who donated to the initial, initial Loki and Mexican Iron Man's initial campaign for Rambling too, before we could get this raffle underway. Matt, go to bed, dude. Yeah. Go to bed. It's late. It's really late here, but it's late there too. We got to talk soon, Matt. And it's late for Profit too. Yeah. Oh, well, you're allowed to whisper if you want, but it's up to you, Profit. So I'm going to go ahead and start the Dark Matter episode for episode 4 of season 1, and we're just gonna do the watch along, and and I'm not sure, we might break this up into 2 parts because all right, so just a little bit of administrative duties, guys. I'm going to be getting in touch with all of you guys one-on-one this week, and gotcha, John. Okay, so here we go with some Dark Matter episode 4. Let me just set things up, and we'll be back in 1 second. And yes, Netter, I'm going to be posting during the show. I'm going to be posting for the winners. I'm going to be posting. I'm not going to be posting full names. I'm just going to be posting first name and last initial. And I have their emails too, so I'm going to be reaching out to them. I'm going to be reaching out to you guys, all the winners this week, and we will figure out how we get these items to you guys. So thank you, and thank you, Rob. Thank you so much. And you know, we're going to be wrapping up the. Mary's going to be closing up soon. The Gives and Go, but thank you for donating. And John, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you in DMs. I saw it. Thank you, John. John, you did donate, and I think the reason I'll explain what happened. Why somehow I don't have you on the list, on the donation list, John. But I will. I think it was because the amounts were not in $50 or $25. That were not identified, and you had to leave the word raffle as well in the. Somehow I've not identified you. I got to check the names, but I might be wrong. You might still be in the name. I got to check the names to see if you were included or not. But I'll DM you, okay, John? If not, I'll talk to you on DM. All right, guys. Here we go. Matt, did you go to bed already? Did Matt go to bed? Matt, tell me you didn't go to bed yet. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to tell Matt. I completely forgot. Matt, you're actually on. We're actually going to be watching Matt right now. So welcome. You can go to bed, Matt. We still got you here. Where'd he go? Let's see. Okay. What so happens that on episode 4 of season 1, we interviewed weapons creator Matt Ryan at the very beginning. So Matt, so you can watch yourself you can listen to yourself while you go to sleep. But go to bed if you need to. I just wanted to let you know that we're going to be watching you. Here we go. Here it goes, Matt. And guys, anybody, I'm going to be putting in the StreamYard link. Anybody who wants to pop in with me, you're welcome to.
Joe is very gracious to want to have a panel with the audience, which is fantastic. So thank you, Joe.
Oh, thank you.
So Matt, welcome, Matt, from the UK.
Hello. Yes, all the way from Blighty.
Hey,
How are we doing?
pretty great.
Good. Is it winter there yet, Matt? Were you?
No. It's we've got autumn rain, which is different from the summer rain and the winter rain.
All right.
That's funny. That's great. Now, Matt. So what? Now, before you tell us about Bubba, are there several of these projects that you've taken on, or is this the first?
This is the first. Yeah, I've never done anything like this before, so it was all pretty much learn as I go.
Nice.
Wow.
Nothing like this at all before.
What inspires you about dark matter? What do you like about dark matter? What is it that attracted you to dark matter?
I think it was just one of those things where I'd been working a lot. I'd stopped watching sci-fi. I'd stopped doing everything apart from work, really. And one day I just thought, Joe, this is enough. I put TV on and dark matter happened to be on. And it was just such an amazing show. I thought, I haven't been missing this. What are you doing with your life? Got my daughter into sci-fi now. Yeah, we're Comic-Cons when, touch wood, they can happen again. It was just a perfect show. It just happened to turn on sci-fi, and that was the show that was on.
It was meant to be.
It was in the fates.
Wow. Now, I just want to put up real quick. I just really want to put up the real quick before he goes and shows us in person. I want to put up the post that Matt has, you guys have seen on the internet. And let
me just say, guys, that before we jumped into the episode, obviously we had Matt showing off his, which at this point Matt had just done his Bubba gun. He had not done the like the other guns that he had done. And so we have to have Matt back. Matt is a you know what? I see Matt like quitting his job someday and just like doing this for Hollywood. Well, I don't want to say Hollywood, but in general for the movie industry.
But I was blown away.
Mhm.
And and by the way, before we continue, let's just everybody in the chat, wish Matt a happy birthday, please, because it's his birthday in about an hour, right?
In about 15 minutes.
Oh, in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was told not to celebrate before 10.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm putting up this post. Let's see the post that. Now you guys have all seen this post. I think most of you have.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna show the video real quick.
That is a great prop.
Wow.
It's lighting up.
That is insane.
That is actually cool. You also have you made a stand for it as well. A collapsible
Yeah,
stand.
I saw in a tweet, you answered a question once. You said that for filming reasons, you never actually had the stand bending.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, that's got to be a challenge. So I thought I'd try and go one better and have a working stand.
Made
Sniper Bubba.
How heavy is it, by the way?
I've never weighed it, but there was a video with my daughter holding it, and she did want to say a couple of lines, but couldn't because she was holding the gun. It was.
Wow.
It does actually feel like a real weapon. It's pretty much all plywood and plastic. So
You're telling me you could pull off the greatest bluff if ever a burglar came around?
Yes, they would be running from the house screaming, I think. There's not a lot of guns in the UK, although I probably would have the armed police turn up an hour later.
We had a robber report you.
Do you
Law
want
is strange in the UK.
Do you want to pick it? Can you pick it up?
Yeah, Tracy, isn't that is well? Let me just put back one sec. That is amazing, isn't that? That's just. I don't know. Matt just thought that he was sure he could do this, and he started doing it, and he kicked ass. And you'll see that it's got like, it's even got the lights working, and yeah, just amazing stuff. And I think we're just going to listen to this episode of Dark Matter Monday.
Yes, they would be running from the house screaming, I think. There's not a lot of guns in the UK, although I probably would have the armed police turn up an hour later.
We had a robber report you.
Do you
Law
want
is strange in the UK.
Do you want to pick it? Can you pick it up and show us and maybe talk us through the?
Yeah, can do. Yeah, I'll see if I may have to undo the earphones. Oh, sure.
Part of me wants to wonder if you could attach like a taser to the end, so it like actually gives that electric zap.
Oh, you're twisted.
I am.
Well, Alex Mallory actually said he wanted one with a flamethrower and lasers on it.
Oh.
Sorry. Let me just stop 1 second. Let me just welcome Rob, who's joining us. And Rob, since I'm playing this through the speakers, when I start playing it, I'm going to have to mute you. But hello, welcome, Rob. Good to see you, Rob. How you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on here.
Hey, thanks for joining us, my friend. It's thanks for jumping on. And how is everything?
It's going good. I need to start rewatching Dark Matter again because I've already forgotten some of these episodes. So forgive me if I'm not up to date on. I guess you guys are on episode 4. I'm going to get caught up for next week, so I'll be right on schedule.
Oh wow! Okay, awesome. Yeah, that was a really interesting raffle. Thanks by the way, for donating. And that was really interesting raffle. Congrats to everybody, by the way. Do you want to say where you hail from, or do you want to not, Rob?
No, that's fine. Dayton, Ohio. I was born and raised here, but I traveled all over the U.S. when I worked for the airlines, and just came back home after the airline went belly up. Just returned home to Dayton.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. I love the Midwest. I grew up there myself. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to let this play, and we'll stop and comment every once in a while. Rob, is that you okay with that?
That sounds good to me.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to mute you while I start this up so we don't get echoes.
I'm used to being muted.
Okay. So whenever you want to say something, just unmute yourself.
So basically, it's plywood. But yeah, the trigger works.
Wow.
The stand.
Awesome.
Stand works. And the battery pack designed by my daughter.
The battery pack.
So
Wow.
so yeah, it's,
Wow, man.
it definitely
How long
weighs a bit. Go on.
How long did it take you to actually finish, to do that from start to finish?
I started it in March because I thought I was at home for furlough and lockdown, and it turned out that I was only 4 days off. so I finished it pretty much when I put the tweet out, which is about a month ago, I think, 2-3 weeks ago.
Wow.
So you
But
haven't taken it to
none
a convention?
No, I did take it to work, and they had a good play with it at work. Obviously, out of the public gaze, I did not want someone running around the street with that.
Hey, just jump in a taxi with it.
You're not in law enforcement, are you?
No, but if it pays better, you never know. but yeah, no, it's yeah, I'm not sure. Well, I promised my daughter I'll make a 5 jacket next, so my next project's to learn how to sew because I've never done that either.
And of course, I don't want to show anything
Wow.
without Matt here, but his daughter did some great 5 cosplay, and actually has pictures of her with Bubba. So we'll show that. We'll show pictures of Molly and Matt when Matt joins us again. Matt is a great guest, and we're going to have him on again. Have you ever seen these weapons that he's made, Rob? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was still on mute. Anything related to Dark Matter 4, the weapons he's done there, I've seen, but I don't know of any other work. Did you do anything on Stargate? Because that's another one I watched a lot.
He's only done, as far as I know, he's only done Dark Matter. He's done several weapons for Dark Matter, but he's so good at it. He said, I think if I recall correctly, he's open to taking ideas about other stuff because he's really good at it. So it'd be interesting to see what he comes up with for other franchises.
Yeah, because I love Bubba, so I can't wait to see the next item.
Yeah. Well, he does. You know what? I'm gonna find him and put him up anyway. He did 3's gun and Melissa O'Neill's gun and 2's gun. I'm gonna find him real quick, and I'll show them while I play this. So I'm gonna go back to start up the video again. I'll be back. Let's see.
Making some incredible cosplays, I have a feeling.
I've left it a bit late. I don't know many 48-year-olds who suddenly decide they're into costume making, but takes all sorts.
Really quick, Maria, really quick. Maria, is that right? You're saying that Matt is going to be on April 22nd on TNTele? Is that correct? Thanks, Prophet, for telling. You told Joseph that Netter won the jumpsuit. Awesome. Is that correct, Maria? Or Tracy, or is that right, Tracy? That he's going to be on Maria's channel on April 22nd, right? Matt is going to be on. Just want to make sure. Sorry, on StreamYards, it takes a little longer to get the response if you guys are responding. All right. So on if you guys want to catch Matt and his latest creations, yes, on TN Telly on at April 22nd at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, and that would be for everybody in the UK, for example. That would be 11 23 hours, 2300 hours, or midnight in CET. Awesome. Thanks, John. I'm gonna check that out. Thank you, John. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? If you're gonna be on, if Matt's gonna be on that soon with Maria, maybe we'll have Matt on after he's on with Maria. So
There's always one.
So if she's going to be going, cosplaying as 5, what who are you going to be cosplaying as?
It'd have to be 3, wouldn't it? Because
I guess so. Okay.
she's going to make me carry that round the Comic-Con. She's not going to carry. It's I am the mule when we go to a Comic-Con. I carry everything she's bought, taken with her. That's I'm like the Sherpa behind.
And there's somebody who has sent you a special birthday wish there in the chat there.
That is my daughter.
Aw.
Who is supposed to be sleeping? I can hardly tell her off now.
Yeah.
Wow. So Joe, what sense do you get when you see fans like just going overboard like this on one of your creations?
You know, the fans never cease to amaze. And, you know, as far back as when I worked on Stargate, you know, it's just kind of mind-boggling the work they'll put into things like props, things like costumes. And, you know, it's funny. I went to a Comic-Con, just like a local Comic-Con here, not as a guest, but just because I kind of like to walk the floor, and I'm a big fan of supervillain statues. So I usually try to source those. And there was like a group dressed as an Atlantis team. You know, even though Atlantis has been off the air for, I don't know, I want to see 10, 12 years, there's still people cosplaying, and it was amazing the work that went into these costumes. So it's the same thing as this weapon. It's amazing.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Isn't it interesting, Joe, how sometimes fans will take a concept like one step further?
Yes. In fact, you know, I was just saying, Matt, I'm going to have to hire you for my next show.
I'm always available.
All right. Good to know.
And Joe, can you give us another example? Can you give us another example of maybe of some of another weapon that's been created? Have you seen any other?
Not so much dark matter, but I see Stargate, a lot of staff weapons, a lot of P90 facsimiles. I don't know if they were actually created, but you know, that was a weapon of choice for SG-1, mainly because the cast found it very comfortable, because the way the strap hung, they could just kind of rest their arms on the gun.
Excuse me. Wasn't that funny, guys? Rob, that this is I think this is the second time that Joe talks about this. I'm gonna mute you. Sorry. So basically, Joe says that Richard Dean Anderson and the crew they kind of got to pick their P90s for Stargate. Did you ever hear that?
No, I had no idea. The one thing I did hear was, and I don't know if this is true or not, so Joe can verify, but Michael Shanks had an issue with the Zat gun, something about, I guess, how it fires or the purpose of it. I never got the whole story, but I guess if there is a story, Joe can clarify that, but I always thought that was interesting.
Oh, so there was something about the way it fired that he didn't like, and did it get resolved or something, or?
I have no idea. I that, to me, that's completely rumor, but I figured since Joe's here, I'd ask that question.
Okay. Well, yeah. We're doing a revisit, and he's not actually here. So, yeah, we will. You know what? I have a little questions thing here, and I will.
I didn't hear it was a big deal. I just heard he had some sort of issue with the purpose of the Zat gun, and any fan I've asked, they don't seem to know what I'm talking about. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you know what? I actually, that actually sounds familiar, but I don't remember. I don't recall anything about it though.
Me neither.
I put that on my list though. On my someday we'll be able to ask Joe about it.
Okay.
All right, so let's continue. Thanks for hanging out, by the way.
Oh, no problem.
That's why the P90. That's why, because the cast found them comfortable. I've seen actually Zat guns, which are, just kind of the most counterintuitive weapon I think ever designed for science fiction. But, the fans have actually built those as well. So again, kudos to the fans.
Oh, have you seen, I've seen a lot of Zats, but I haven't seen ones that pop up. Have you seen ones that
I've
pop
seen
up?
one that popped up and
Wow.
and was really amazed. Yeah.
Wow. Do you happen to have a Zat in your house?
I have no Zats in my house. I had a paint stick that I gave away as a fan at a fan giveaway. I didn't really keep that much from Stargate. In retrospect, now, I think I should have kept more. Whereas basically on Dark Matter, I was like, I learned my lesson, and I have, androids, 3 outfits. I've got.
Just to be clear, guys, Joe likes to collect paint sticks at his house. So I guess they don't work. They're basically like a future. You know what he's talking about, right, Rob? Those cattle prods that
That's why I was going to say cattle prods.
Yeah,
but kind of telling that he collects those.
But the Stargate ones, like the futuristic sci-fi ones, they would light up your mouth and your eyes, right, when you were hit by that, right?
Yep, I remember. Like a bluish light, if I remember.
Yeah, something like that. Sorry for interrupting you, Joe. Let's get back to what you were talking about.
This crazy. Hang on a sec. Keep talking amongst yourself. I'm just going to fish it out.
Oh wow.
I have one of the auction catalogs when they sold off all that stuff. It looked like they got rid of just about everything. Really? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It gives details on everything, but you don't get the actual item unless you shell out some serious cash.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm kind of imagining that it's just in the front hall closet at this point. Just like not even in storage. Just, well, let me grab this out. Oh my god.
I don't know if you can see. It's the Empress.
Let me just stop 1 sec. Yeah, that's the Empress from. Wow, that's the Empress from Dark Matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also got a Rio Ishida painting that I told Alex he has to pick up, but I think he's kind of feels uncomfortable with the idea of hanging up a painting of himself at his place, which he really shouldn't. But anyways,
that's a great portrait. Thank you, Joe, for showing that.
Yeah.
I love that.
What is the actress again? Who is the actress?
I don't.
Wait.
Yeah, I should actually track her down on Twitter and see if she'd like it, because it's a handsome painting, I think.
Definitely be a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Wow. That's thank you, Joe. Wow.
And
okay. All right. So what did you guys think about this episode? What's your Katie, what did you think? Ladies first.
Let me just say, guys, let me just say, because sometimes you catch people like the producers like Joe right on the spot, and when you're on camera, sometimes you just draw a blank. And again, the actress, of course, is if just to make sure it's correct, as Empress Ishida, yes, Mung Ling Sui. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And yeah, and this is, well, just to make sure. Yeah, that's right. I hope that's the right pronunciation. Mungling Sui. And I think it's just what Joe did not want to, wasn't 100% sure of the pronunciation, I think. And this is her, of course. And that was a painting of her. So you haven't obviously gotten to her yet, right, Rob? In the you haven't gotten to where she is yet.
Correct. I have not.
Yeah. So she is kind of like, well, I don't want to spoil anything, so because we're just at the beginning, but yeah, she's involved in Ford's life somehow. So anyway, that's her, and yeah, she did a great job. She was very convincing. She played a good villain. And thank you, Tracy, our resident Stargater, Stargating expert. There are two types of prop zap guns: ones that have the mechanism for firing, and the others that were just molded in place for the set. Yeah, okay. Paint sticks ouchie. Yeah, and I think it was, and thank you, Tracy. And Time Prophet said, if you got zatted 3 times, you died. I think it's if you got zatted twice. If you're a human and you got zatted twice, you died. Are you're in a Stargate, right, Rob?
Yes, and I think the Time Prophet hit the nail on the head. I think that was the issue that Michael Shanks had with the number of times he gets zatted. And yeah, so he had a problem. I guess there was like a disconnect. Like if you shoot somebody twice in a row, for example, say they die, but another time you shoot them once, and then maybe a minute later you shoot them a second time. I think his argument was, shouldn't they die? And I just think he had a problem with the logistics of how the Zat gun worked. He thought there was an inconsistency. I think the Time Prophet hit the nail on the head on that one.
That sounds really familiar now that you said that. And I think twice equals death, and 3 is vaporized. Really? Oh wow. Okay. I think I always thought about it, Rob, in this way, and I don't want to get sidetracked on the Stargate thing, but I always thought about it as that, like, if it was like very consecutive, then you could, I don't know, maybe your heart would stop or something. That's the way I don't know. But how did you interpret that whole thing?
The same way. I think that if you're getting zapped recently at the same moment, like you get zapped twice, that's why you would either die or 3 times vaporized. And I think if say you get back up and you're coming after them and they hit you again, I don't think that should be the 3rd time. I always thought that started over to 1, as like getting zapped once again. And I think that's what Michael Shanks had a problem with. I wish I could find that, but that's been a lot of years ago.
That actually really rings a bell. But I don't know. I don't remember. Did it? I don't remember. Tracy, why don't you join us, Tracy? I'm sending you.
Yeah, it looks like she has all the answers here. I like that.
Yeah. Where's Tracy? I'm sending you in case you want to join us. You don't have to. But I don't remember anybody being vaporized. Do you remember people being vaporized?
I don't. But again, my memory ain't that great, and I'm going back a lot of years.
Okay. Well, by the way, Maria is supposed to be joining us, but she has her link set. All right, so let's continue listening to Joe. And if you need to drop out at any point, just let me know, Rob.
I will do.
I was worried I wouldn't have time to watch it today, so I started watching it in my downtime at work, just in between, commercials and stuff. And yeah, I'm really trying my hardest not to binge the show. And I think the people at work can tell too, because they're like, what you doing there? I'm like, nothing. So I'm going back, I'm like rewatching the same episode, trying to, get that fix, but it's not happening. It was so good.
Wow. And what about you, Adega?
I have always been a fan of, whether it be in books or episodes, where you have the groups that work together, then they go off on their own individual little side quests, so to speak, and have totally different experiences, but they all tend to kind of relate toward the end. And I thought it was really cool, but I did have an issue with the nurse and that hat. That just seemed a little too retro for me. I thought that the whole scene was great, but the hat just kind of like, oh, come on.
I like it. It's cosplayable.
That's true.
There's a bit of that retro also in the commercial, in the Transfer Transit commercial with our Transfer Transit spokeswoman played by Tara Yelland. Oh, by the way, the actress who played the Empress is Meng Ling Tsui.
Oh,
So there you go.
She was great. Wow. She was great. And
I'm assuming this is something that I haven't come into yet.
No, you'll get there.
Okay.
Now, what did you guys think about? Now, Matt, did you rewatch episode 4?
Yeah. I think a great thing about rewatching is when you see Katie and her comments on watching it for the first time. I know in the last episode when Fi found the gun, you see something in that scene that's nothing at all to do with the scene, but you think, oh, that's the first time we saw it. And it becomes quite a big thing later on in different seasons. And I found that you remind us what we thought the first time we saw it, because I've seen it 2 or 3 times now. And you think, oh, I remember, I didn't have a clue what that was. And then later on I do. It's a brilliant way to rewatch it with someone who's watching it for the first time.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad my baby eyes can help.
Your sacrifice for the greater good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Joe's comment last Monday. He preferred to have your fresh perspective, and you guys are absolutely right. I agree.
Stay strong.
Yeah. I will try for the fans.
You're doing it for science.
There we go. See, now I can do it. If you back it with science.
Now, I don't have too many images today, but I do want to. There is an image that you guys brought it up. Joe just brought it up. That I do want to share because I wanted to. I'm thinking that my guess is that with this topic, there's a lot that's been unsaid because it finished in season 3. And Joe brought up the topic of transfer transit. And Joe, was there more to be explored with that in coming seasons?
As a matter of fact, yes, there was going to be more explored with it. But I mean, in this instance, it's really a throwaway in this episode. You know, it's kind of an expository, heavy way of sort of introducing the tech so that when it comes up later on in the season, you're like, oh, right, of course, transfer transit. And you know, it's something I haven't really seen done in sci-fi television. They've kind of done it in sci-fi fiction, like novels, this idea of essentially imprinting your personality template onto a clone, and essentially, basically having the clone go out and gain experiences, and then retrieving those memories for the host body. So and I just thought, FTL is a convenient way to get around, but even FTL, there are stations and planets that it will take you forever to get to, really. So this is kind of an interesting way to travel, and it sort of creates.
Let me, Rob. Did you have you? Let me unmute you. Have you? You haven't gotten to the use of transfer transit yet, right? In watching Dark Matter.
Not this time around. I did watch Dark Matter a few years back, but since I have a crappy memory, they're all like new episodes to me. So I know what transfer transit is. I just can't remember when it comes up and the details behind it. But I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, it was really it was interesting. It was different, and so these clones that are just like, I mean they're not even technically. I don't know. They're not like full clones. They're like echoes of you, but and then they're just used to retrieve information from the experience, and if you get killed, then you don't retrieve the information. It was really interesting. Did you feel like it was a very innovative concept?
Oh, completely. The only way I could relate it was like a drone on steroids. How you send a drone out to get some information and bring it back, except it's not connected in any way. You just that's the best way I can explain it. I just thought it was an awesome idea. And that's why I like sci-fi. They come up with some great ideas.
Oh yeah, agreed. Yeah. Thanks for your input, my friend. By the way, John, Rob, you don't have a channel, do you?
No, I do not. I thought I was going to do one years ago, and it was going to be about paranormal. So I created the Crazy Universe, which is I still have on Twitter. But then I went and found out there was already people doing exactly what I was doing. I wasn't bringing anything new to the table, so I just turned it into my fan account on Twitter, and that's all I've done with it.
What's the Crazy Universe about?
Crazy Universe was anything unknown that was strange. It didn't have to be paranormal. It could just be amazing technology that you wouldn't believe exists. Just anything crazy out there that is not common knowledge. But there was already people out there doing each one of the genres I was going to do. So I didn't have anything new to bring, so I just became a fan of theirs and kept the moniker.
Okay, awesome. Well, if there's anything you want to promote, let me know, okay?
Oh, thank you. Will do.
Okay, so here we go.
Kind of plot developments later on in the series.
I appreciate that the underwear changed colors so you could tell the difference between the real
Totally
and the
did. Yeah.
Profit.
I don't know why, but I got the biggest chuckle out of that.
Profit.
Now, before I go ahead and ask some more questions about transfer transit, Adega, do you want to mention it? Does it bring any questions to your mind or anything you want to say about it?
No, Joe pretty much covered it. It's something that I had never seen in sci-fi TV. There was a book series, and it fails me to try and remember. It had something to do with like the Warren system, where this guy went to 4 different planets, and each one was extremely distinctive in one solar system. And it was kind of similar to that, but no, it seems completely unique. I thought it was a cool idea. Also, in this episode, introducing it when 6 is in the hospital, it kind of makes you start thinking about, well, could 1 be one of these or a newer form of one of these? When I first saw it, the gears are running. What the heck? There's some, and it was heavy handed. It was like, oh yeah, something is going to come of this somewhere down the line.
Let me just say to all of you guys who might not remember that we do see an image in I think it was in the last episode, where we see kind of we see a character that ends up becoming, his name ends up becoming Jace, and he seems to be a clone of 1. So that's kind of where Adega at this point might be thinking, well, does 1 have something to do with cloning and stuff? And the answer is actually different, but anyway.
Matt, anything you want to mention about transfer transit or ask?
It's hard to speak about it now because I know how much happens later on. But I think it's a great invention. I think, and the limitations of the time that your actual clone survives. I mean, that's just genius, because that way, whatever you use it for, you have a certain time to complete whatever you need to do.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you can just imagine sort of, if it was a real thing, the amount of frustrating times you get to go, right, it's like waking up from a dream when you don't want to, right, and that's the time's up.
Right. And that's what Chase Corso essentially states. Well, he's questioning him. He's like, well, you can't be a clone because their shelf life is 1 or 2 days. And it's something that gets reiterated in the episode, a future episode, where they actually use it. And, the shelf life of a clone is only a couple of days, at which point it degenerates. So, if you can get back to your pod so that your memories can be relayed back, then, those memories are kept. But if the clone doesn't make it back in time, then those memories are lost. So the original host will have no idea about the experience his or her clone went through.
Oh, that is cool. Because I was gonna say I would love to have one of those in real life, and then just like throw a clone into a tornado, experience that, and then wake up and be like, I'm alive. So all right, well, there goes that
Katie.
theory.
Now, what I wanted to ask you, Joe, does I think inevitably, and I think Diego maybe is starting to touch upon that. Inevitably, I would think that there would be episodes where there might be some ethical concerns.
Yeah, I mean, people have brought that up. But I mean, the clone is in effect the person, the same person, is sort of, and is aware of the process, is aware of the fact that they're only destined to live for 24 to 48 hours, and while their shell, their body will eventually degenerate, disintegrate. Their mind will live on. So, it's not really a separate entity, because it's,
Rob, isn't it interesting here that Joe's like so the way that Joe comes up with the concept, like he feels really comfortable about there not being any ethical concerns. Does that surprise you?
No, actually, I kind of agree with that, because it's you moving from your body to a temporary body that's yours. All the while, both ends know that you only have a certain amount of time. Maybe the ethical part would be the other guy doesn't get that much time and automatically dies, or I don't know. But I think if you were moving into somebody else's body without their permission, there would be your ethical issue. But moving into your own clone, I don't consider that a big deal.
Okay, yeah. Joe's pretty clear in his mind on how this technology works. And hello, Jim. Good to see you, Jim. It was so interesting when one did the transfer transit processes, Tracy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, agreed.
Tracy just wanted to see one in his undies. Tracy. I'm just kidding, Tracy. All right, let's continue. By the way, any comments? Do you want to throw any comments out, Rob? Do you have anything do you want to add?
No, actually, I'm listening and trying to remember as I go along. So a little bit more is coming back than what I thought, but I'm enjoying just listening to what they're talking about.
Okay, awesome. All right, continue.
Actually, they will just go back and join the host body and then continue living.
So let me just ask you this crazy question:
Mhm.
if for some reason the consciousness was not imprinted on the clone, and the body would wake up, like it would just wake up. Would it wake up at all or not?
In that case, that's such a really good question. That's a really good question, because I think, I don't know if the body could wake up,
Or would it be like a baby?
Probably, you're right. Actually, the physically, it would be built to specifications. So I mean, it would be a physical body like any other, except its mind would be a blank. So that's kind of interesting.
Because I was envisioning like some season 5 episode where somehow the imprint didn't happen, and he would wake up and it would be just like a baby or something, like a newborn, like psychologically like a newborn or something like that.
He's a 170-pound ripped baby.
You know what? I smell fan fiction.
Oh,
Get into the
Next
neurology.
week, I want a first draft on my desk by next Monday.
Gotcha.
You're getting into the science aspect with the neurology, and my previous employment. There is a lot of theory where the nervous system actually contains a significant amount of the memory, not just the brain. So if you were able to imprint the body as a duplicate, the clone, when it arose, would have a certain amount of innate abilities, simply because you hear people where they get a scar, and if you touch the scar, You know, some people go to massage therapists and it brings back memories of when they were injured or some
Right.
type of childhood issue. Those stay, and it's like a holographic memory. So I'm not thinking it would be a baby. I'm thinking it would probably be close to someone who's quite confused or possibly insane, but still be able to walk, talk, and do a few other things.
So we have 2 fanfics now.
Yeah.
Matt, do you have any ideas?
Well, it could take them all the way back to episode 1, where they have the muscle memory but no memory of who they are.
Yep.
Good point.
Interesting. Wow. Ensign Ricky, thank you, Ensign Ricky. Hello, PJ. Hello, everyone on the panel. Hope all is well. Question for Joe: what is the likely chance we could get Paul Mully, I assume, on for one of these panels?
I'd say approximately 0. Paul Mull is my former writing partner, co-creator on Dark Matter, and he just kind of stays off social media. It's really not his thing. So
Healthier that way.
yes, he's basically focused on family and enjoying his life off the internet.
Let me just say, Rapunzel, I just saw your post on Twitter, by the way. That's correct. Dark Matter. Okay, so for those of you watching Pluto TV in the UK, just in the UK, Dark Matter is on Pluto TV in the UK, according to Rapunzel. So awesome! Thank you, Rapunzel, for sharing that on Twitter. You know what? Without showing your Twitter account, I'm gonna just show this what you just showed. I'm just gonna show really quick. For those of you in the UK, Rapunzel just posted this. So it looks like, and I guess if you use a VPN, you could watch Dark Matter on Pluto TV from anywhere. Yeah, that's great. Great news. That's fantastic. Tracy, Pluto's doing so much right now. Yeah. Stargate 2. Stargate 2, right, Tracy? SG1, right? I think it's SG1, right? Got all 3 seasons. Have you ever watched Pluto, Rob? You ever watched Pluto TV?
No, actually, I haven't. I was getting ready to Google that to see what that is. I've got IMDb, entertainment, electric entertainment, Amazon, the usual stuff. I'm gonna have to venture out and see what this Pluto is.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff on it. It's got short ads on it, it's got basically like a Star Trek: The Next Generation channel. And it's got it has all 3 Stargates, Tracy. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I just saw that pop up. That's incredible.
It's fantastic. I do want to say that I think Pluto is partially, and I don't want to say completely owned. Maybe it is completely owned by CBS Viacom, perhaps. But anyway, there's ads on it. It's like, it's kind of like watching it on television, basically, because there's these ads. Which is
I like
fine.
it. All the haters can watch it for free.
Yeah, if you can watch it for free, then thank you, Rapunzel. Yeah, it is owned by Viacom Paramount. Thank you. In fact, exactly, Viacom Paramount. Maria, I see you. Are you ready, Maria? Can I bring you on? Oh, you just disappeared. Maria just disappeared. I scared her away. All right, well, she comes back on stage. Jim says he watches Trek on Pluto TV on occasion. Yeah, I used to too. So great. Rapunzel, thank you for that wonderful news. Thank you. Yes, where did Maria go? Tracy, you're welcome to join us too. No obligation though. All right, let's start again. And let's continue. There.
Hey, PJ, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
I noticed Tracy mentioned, since I've been out of the loop, I don't know the answer. So She brought up is there any word on a Dark Matter 4? Has Joe mentioned anything in the works?
So yeah, so there was a pitch. This is in the I can't find the blog right now. I'm not. If I look for it, maybe I'll put it up. But basically, it seems like it was not accepted right now for a Dark Matter season 4, but it's just a matter of finding the right time and the right network or the right streaming service to pitch it to. So I assume that Joe is continuously at work trying to find either a Dark Matter season 4 or a Dark Matter miniseries in the future. But so for right now, it looks like it's not happening right now.
I hope he finds a way, because that is such a great sci-fi, and there's so much story still to be told.
Yeah, and where it left off too.
Oh yeah, that was a killer ending to a season. I was really looking forward to season 4.
Oh yeah, me too. Maria, let me know in the private chat when you're ready.
The good thing about my bad memory is I can watch all 3 seasons, and they're all new episodes to me. So that gives me something to look forward to.
All right, let's see. Okay, Maria is ready. Thank you for joining us, Maria. Oh, we lost her. Okay. You're still there, right, Rob?
No, I'm gone.
Oh, okay. Let's continue. Let's continue then. Okay. Make sure I gotta find the right window. 1 sec. Sorry. Very exciting news about. There we go. Okay. About Pluto TV. Okay.
When I was on Stargate, he would be like, "Why do you torture yourself?" He's like, the episode airs, you go online and check out what the fans think, and he would just shake his head.
Wow. Now, do you guys work on anything at present, Joe?
No. I mean, to be honest with you, we were writing partners on Stargate in the early years of Stargate, and we would obviously co-write scripts. But then, as sort of time went on, I tended to write more of the originals, and he tended to do the uncredited rewrites on other writers. So, even though we were, writing partners in name, and although we shared the on-screen credits, we kind of, went our separate ways in terms of sort of writing shortly after Stargate.
Tony Rodriguez brings up something interesting. Like, can you get your clone to be to have a tan for this vacation? Can you get your tone tweaked? Your clone tweaked.
Oh yeah, you can potentially do anything you want to your clone. Physically, you can certainly alter it. But at the end of the day, like I said, you've got 24 to 48 hours, and then that's it.
That could be a whole season on its own.
Mm-hmm.
A whole new series.
How would you guys? Hello, Maria. Let me just unmute.
Hello. Sorry about that.
How are you?
Okay.
We don't get to see you, Maria.
I'm looking all schlumpy because I was doing stuff.
Okay.
I'm not on location.
Gotcha. How would you guys, Rob and Maria? How would you guys tweak your clones and your transfer transit clones? I know you guys haven't come across it, but
I would tweak mine to look like Brad Pitt.
It was a little choppy, but Rob said, in case anybody didn't hear it, Rob said he would modify his to look like Brad Pitt. Is that what you said?
In a heartbeat.
What about you, Maria?
Fine. Oh my gosh. Taller? Because I'm so short?
Taller. Okay. Okay.
Taller, yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha.
But I like
Um,
him. So like, um,
it might just be me, but your connection's a little choppy, Maria.
I was going to say the same thing. I didn't catch anything she was saying.
Okay.
I
Let's
thought
see.
it was
Maybe,
just me.
yeah. Okay. Maybe without your
I
camera,
might
because
go change locations. I was just trying to get on now, but I'm gonna change to my better
oh, okay.
connection.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue with the stream.
Oh, transfer transit cures erectile dysfunction, for example.
True.
Tracy.
Let's see. John Burns. Hello, John. Thank you for your Canadian 5. Joe, I have a question about what's being used as transfer transit clone. Is it meat or is it sentient being?
It is not a sentient being.
Yeah.
And it is, in effect, I guess, lab-grown meat.
3D printer using cells.
Yes, yes. You actually see them. You see it actually built in one episode later on down the line. I don't know if I can reveal that, but yeah,
Lab grown meat. That's interesting. Joe.
not here, so I guess I can.
Great. And Joe, when they just go poof like that at the end,
Yeah.
when they, what is it? Just like loses its
It's structural integrity.
cohesiveness.
Yes,
Structural integrity.
structural integrity, and at that point it just collapses.
Now, let me ask you this, Joe. Have you always been, I assume, like, I know you're a creative person, but you've always had a very big interest in science, I assume, right?
You would think that. I mean, I've always enjoyed science fiction. But I mean, when it came to schooling, I sort of gravitated towards literature. So I didn't take a lot of the science courses that maybe, some of my friends.
Let me just stop Joe right here 1 sec. And Rob, maybe you want to give your input on this. While Joe says he's really not too much into science, more into science fiction, I have never seen Joe write anything that just rubbed me the wrong way with regards to what's possible science-wise. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, I do. It's one of the reasons I like following him. I followed him on Stargate and on Dark Matter because the stuff he writes is so plausible, even if it's kind of far-fetched or years down the road. Like Dark Matter is obviously years down the road, but more so Stargate, everything written in there technically is plausible. And the closer to the truth it is, the more I like that sci-fi. Now I like future stuff like Star Trek and all that. That's way out there, but Dark Matter, just a few centuries down the road, what he writes to me just seems so feasible that he's not so far gone with his writing, in other words, and it just makes for a great watch.
Exactly, and so like I think Joe's actually just being very humble here because we have seen, especially in the last few years, we have seen like just atrocious writing in sci-fi where you think you're just like pulling your hair out.
Yep.
Where are these writers coming from? Do they not understand science fiction? So I would say that Joe's probably just being very humble because he obviously puts a lot of thought into it. Would you agree then with that?
Oh yeah, he's on the money with it, and I pull my hair out when I see the crap that's out there, which I won't mention names, and then I realize, well, Stargate's not out there and Dark Matter's not out there, but this is what they'll put on TV. It just blows my mind when I think about it like that.
Yeah. By the way, isn't it such a relief? Thank God that it looks like this new Stargate is going to be really is going to be put left in Brad's hands, in Brad Wright's hands, and like it looks like it's not going to go the route of for example Trek or Star Wars or where the original producers creators and producers are being left out of the production. It looks like it's on a good road, right?
I agree. From the trailers I've seen, this type of Star Trek has been sorely missed. So it looks like it's going to fire on all cylinders, and I really hope it does, because we really need a great Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, Stargate. I mean Stargate.
Oh, I thought you was talking about the new. That's right, Brad. I thought you was talking about the new Star Trek that was coming out, the Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds.
Because I felt the same way about the stuff that's out now.
Yeah.
I think Strange New Worlds is going to go back to what made Star Trek great. So I thought it could apply to Stargate. Whatever Brad Traveler does, I mean, he's always on the money when he does it. So in order for it to be good, he's going to have to helm it.
Yeah. So it looks like Brad Wright. Yeah, he's a Brad Travelers is on as Brad Travelers because of the series The Travelers on Twitter. For those of you guys who want to follow him on Twitter, Brad Travelers. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be it's going to be in great hands. And Joe tweeted the other day that he had read the script of episode 1. Did you see that, Rob, on Twitter?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, Joe tweeted that he had read Brad's script for episode 1. We should talk more about that another day. But yeah, go look at Joe's timeline on Twitter. Maybe I'll put it up later.
I got to spend more time on Twitter. I mean, a lot of stuff is getting by me.
Yeah, well, Twitter is really good at wasting people's time. So I hear you. I totally get the fact that you might avoid it. I've been avoiding it for a couple months too. But yeah, sometimes we get out of the loop because of that. So
I get on because there's another show that I liked, and it's off the air. And come to find out from Dean Devlin, if we rewatch it through IMDb, he's got a chance that it'll get picked up. So
what's show?
The Outpost by Dean Devlin.
Oh, The Outpost. Okay.
I love that show. I love it. It's a sci-fi fantasy, and man, it was just like Dark Matter. It was getting its footing. It was getting ready to just go atmospheric. I mean, it was that great. Every year, the set stage and everything, just it all clicked. And right when it was perfect, they pulled the rug out from under it. So I just organize a rewatch on Thursdays for that. So I don't get on Twitter for a whole lot else right now, except to just promote that. So definitely got to make time to go read Joe's post so I can find out more about this episode.
So you recommend checking out The Outpost?
Oh, definitely. You can watch it on IMDb. It's free, IMDb TV. It's the Outpost TV series. If you just type The Outpost, you might get a movie that's out there called The Outpost. But it's a Dean Devlin with Jessica Green starring. You got Jake Storman in it. He's good. And just go find Dean Devlin on IMDb, and you'll see all the stuff that they got for him.
Okay, I will. Awesome. And okay, so let's welcome Maria back. Hello, Maria. Can you hear us?
Oh, I said not yet.
I could tell you were looking, trying to figure out if we were watching you.
Nice hat.
Hey. Okay.
Hey, very exciting about all these people, all our friends winning stuff, huh?
Yeah. Congrats to everybody. Lucky people. Yeah. Very, very exciting. Very happy for everybody. Good to see everybody.
I'm going to put you on the bottom since you don't have a pick, Rob.
No problem.
All right.
Hello, Maria.
Hey, how's it going, Rob?
Good.
Good to see you.
Sounds much better with Maria in the room, says Jim.
Oh, stop it.
All right, here we go.
So, in terms of science, it was very much self-taught, reading a lot of nonfiction and fiction as well. And then, occasionally when the situation required, you want to sound at least somewhat plausible in your script. So you do the research.
Of course. And the Ascended Ancient says, would love to see an episode where a clone never died.
That would be interesting. In that instance, then you have the scenario you mentioned where if the clone never dies, then it really does become a kind of a separate entity.
Oh, and Entertainment Hacker from Japan. Thank you from Tokyo
What?
Entertainment Hacker.
Hey, John. How you doing, bud? I still have a box for you. It's labeled and everything. It's supposed to be coming out to you. I can't get to the mailbox. Sorry.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, JP is in Tokyo and he's off to work and he's just wanted to say hi. Thank you, my friend.
Gambate.
Oh,
there you are. You didn't think we would notice?
Well, see, I figured you'd probably notice the sounds coming from my neighbors before you would notice I was gone. I'm scarred for life.
I just saw your message.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I just never want to see them again.
Your neighbors.
We can't hear anything, Katie. We can't hear anything.
Okay, so you couldn't hear the screams. That's good.
No.
I'm just gonna fast forward a sec because Katie's talking about some issue that the neighbors had next door.
Okay, let's see. We have John Burns asks has another question. If you use if I use transfer transit, could my clone be me as 20, 25, or 30 years old instead of older character?
And thank you, John Burns, for that past super chat. And that's a good question, John Burns. Would you mind? What about you, Rob and Maria? Would you make yourselves younger?
Without a doubt. I would go for 25.
25. Yeah, 25 is good. What about you, Maria?
Yeah, 25's good, I guess. What was I doing at 25? Yeah, 25 is good. Yeah.
That's about the age where you're just starting to know that you don't know everything.
Yeah, that's about right. But I'm talking like, if we're going for like looks, yeah, 25 is good. It's unbelievable.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, theoretically, I'm sure if you pay for the very expensive upgrade, that's something that could be possible.
Wow. That'd be great. 10 years younger.
See, now you end up with like 1 to 2 day catfishing events.
And Karine, I think you kind of already answered this question. Yeah, do you think it would be ever possible for a clone to become a separate being?
Yeah, I would say no.
Okay. I gotta say, in the fandom, Joe, I think people were extremely intrigued with the whole transfer transit thing.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of interesting. Yeah.
Let me just stop one sec. Doesn't to me, Rob and Maria, doesn't the whole Thomas Riker possibility come to mind when like there was a transporter malfunction and there was an alternative Riker and then they kind of go their separate ways and become different people?
I didn't give it that much thought, but thinking of it now, yeah, that would be a real possibility. I mean, how can you control everything when it's moving through space and time? So, of course, I think that is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, agreed.
So, like, if the transfer, somebody suggested before, I forget who it was, like, what if the transfer transit body didn't disseminate, destroy itself? What would happen if it maintained itself? Then I think Joe said, well, maybe it starts turning into a different entity. Who knows?
I've always wondered what happens if only part of the transmission goes. Do you keep part of your consciousness in your original body and part of it makes it all the way to the other side? Because you can also get cut off, like you get cut off on a phone call.
Yeah. Well,
I think these weird things all the time. Just bear with me.
I know, I'm the same way. I didn't want to confess.
Somebody suggested, I don't know if it was Nate or somebody suggested it in the chat too. What if there's a partial download? Yeah. Yeah, that is very interesting. However, like they're not like it. The transfer body is not in real time connected. Like he needs to get back the clone needs to get back to the pod, and then the download needs to take place. So if the clone dies, the download never takes place. So they're not connected in real time. But
Well, that's true.
Well, you just shot my theory all to hell.
sorry.
No, at least it got answered.
You were gonna say something, Maria?
No. I was thinking, yeah, then it wouldn't actually happen. So it wouldn't. I mean, I guess I was thinking, does that mean that it would get lost, or would it just bounce back? Like if the download wasn't complete and it's got no drone to go to.
So if the clone dies, whatever the clone experienced while it was alive, that all that information dies. Like it never gets back to the original person.
Okay, so I guess that's what I was wondering, is how that transfer would work if it didn't happen.
So when like for example, if 2 would get into the transmit pod and then and 2 wakes up and doesn't remember anything, it's because the clone died at some point or didn't make it back to the pod.
I gotcha. Okay.
All right, let me continue. Sorry.
Technology, and it would have kind of figured into season 5, but alas.
All righty. So now we see here in the episode what is it? 1 and 3 get paired off to go ahead and sell the weapons, and it turns into a little adventure for them, where they get kidnapped by Jace Corso, and I thought it was really, Katie, what did you think about this whole twist?
I really kind of liked it because, again, with this show, my favorite thing is the twists and turns. It's like a roller coaster ride. And so the unusual pairing of 1 and 3 combined with the fact that they now have to work together, I think you guys played it off perfectly with the comedy of the shuffle versus tilt, and I was cracking up. I loved the whole dynamic of it and how you handled bringing in the other one. So I'm just going to call him the other one for now.
What did you? Any questions, Matt? What did you think about? Not questions. Any comments on this whole thing with number 1 being a copy of somebody else?
Well, I think. He's not a copy. He's actually had the surgery to look like Jace Corso, and but I think the way 2 plays off 1 and 3 is absolute comedy genius, especially when she tells them both the same thing. Don't trust him. Keep an eye on him before they go into the. It's comic genius, and Anthony is just so funny. He plays it perfectly. He really does.
And it goes to show sort of how 2 is really the master manipulator, and why really she should be in charge, the way she kind of plays these guys off each other.
Yeah, because even though 3 doesn't think she should be in charge, he still does everything she says.
Exactly.
Maria, are you laughing because you're also a master manipulator? Is that why you're laughing?
Moi?
Yeah. Tracy, is that why she's laughing? She's cracking up. Yeah.
No. Me? Master manipulator?
Master manipulator. All right. Sorry. I just saw you like just cracking up there. But
Yes.
Yeah, and they're
real life.
And they're both the guys that are into her, right? They're both so yeah, she is the master manipulator. Diego, any comments?
No, you guys covered it pretty much, but that one part, they both have their suspicions of each other. 2 knows it, and you wrote it great where they would think, oh, she's right. I got to watch that guy for totally different reasons, except they don't trust each other. So I thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
No, it was.
Joe, Reese York asked this question: when will we, when will we see an animated series?
I don't think we will ever see an animated series. I know everybody thinks, oh, it's just easier to do it as animation, and in some respects, it kind of is, but as someone who's worked in animation, I can tell you there's nothing really easy about animation. It's very kind of a long process, and then you're asking the actors to come back and presumably work for like half price just to use their voices, and then it just a lot of things would have to sort of fall into place. And
let me just stop 1 second here. I just want to just point out to everybody that this question has come up a lot. Why not continue at least with an animation? It's come up a lot. Even some creators in our community who are animators have asked Joe this directly. Excuse me. And this is kind of Joe's standard answer, by the way.
I don't think it's very likely to happen.
Okay. Here's an interesting comment from Uberco. The multiplicity of the movie. Michael Keaton explained cloning perspective. Michael Keaton had past memories, but not shared new ones. However, they transfer unit, the experience could be shared.
And let me just say that's come up a lot too. And actually, I think the video game idea is much more feasible and much more a companion to the video game idea is actually a really good idea, Nate.
Interesting.
Lots of comments about
There was actually a nudist colony next to my college, so familiar. Fun little tidbits you find out about Northwest Indiana.
Really quick. Sorry, PJ, I got to interrupt you. Maria and Rob, would you guys like to see a Dark Matter game?
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt, that would be awesome.
As a gamer, of course I would. I think it would be fun to have it to where you can play with other players live too, not just like myself against the computer, but to play with others as a team.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
stream it on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, a game could reach a whole new level of audience.
Mm-hmm.
Really make the whole thing blow up. It's a really good idea. The game is such a good idea. Not everybody in the entertainment industry gets why a game would be a good idea, but it would.
Oh yeah,
I think
especially for this.
Yeah, exactly. I think Halo is proving that you can do a video game and make it successful if you got the right streaming partnership.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys watching Halo?
I just started watching it. The first episode is kind of hard for me to get into because they got to set the backstory and all that. But it's starting to pick up some steam, and it's becoming very watchable for me anyway.
You, Maria? You watching?
Yeah, same. I just started as well. I'm still in the first one, but I haven't seen it yet. But
there's a lot of people in our community criticizing Halo. I think we need to wait because I think that, like you said, Rob, that if you're creating, they're doing the opposite. They're creating the entertainment from
the game,
the video game, and I think there's a lot of gaps to fill in there for story, and I think that needs to be given a chance, in my opinion. So,
and I think the reason why they're taking a little bit of time is they're wanting to appeal to an audience that may never have played Halo and they already don't know the story. So you just got to get through those first couple episodes, and then it'll start picking up, and where I think most gamers would like it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of hard to do when you switching from one to the other. I mean, like Silent Hill, that was one that did the same thing.
Yep.
And you kind of expect it to be like the other. It's kind of like reading a book and then watching the movie and expecting the movie to be like the book. It's not going to happen. So I think people go into it with that idea, and so I try not to do that because I know it's not going to be exact.
Yeah, and Tracy says it can do such wonders for the franchise, and of course, if Tracy Asteria says that, then Joe, maybe we fans gotta ask Joe for a game. Of course, it's not completely up to Joe, but Tracy, when I'm gonna have to invite you on a panel. I don't think it's been a while. We're gonna have to invite you. We have to schedule Can you help us schedule Tracy one day, Maria?
Okay. I'm sorry. It's just that she's the one that does my schedule. So
I know she's in great demand, but we're gonna have to find a way to
yeah,
get
she'll be on. She's team PJ and Maria. So
because we're a team Tracy. So all right, here we go.
Yeah. It was really funny when every time I rewatch this episode now, every time 3 talks about redheads, all I see is Tilly from Discovery.
Oh my gosh.
I don't agree to nothing. Okay.
See, this episode made me like 3 a little bit more. Just I'm drawn to humor.
It's just slowly getting to you, right?
Yeah, it's chipping away. So we'll see. I kind of like his sass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joe. Just I know I don't without divulging anything. You do take. You are kind of like giving little tidbits of 3 to make him more appealing. Now there are in the coming season, and there are moments where you take a step back with him, right? And pull him back a little bit.
What do you mean?
Are there moments? Well, this is more of a question than a statement. Are there moments when you're kind of making him more appealing, but then are there moments where you pull back again?
I don't think we ever really pulled back on his character. I think you see the character in a new light in subsequent episodes, and that so that when he, is pulling his act, if you will, it suddenly becomes kind of endearing rather than abrasive.
Okay. Yeah, I'm slowly warming up. I'm glad to know that it's going to continue.
Well, you still have a few episodes to go.
I so desperately want to like him.
I think about 3 or 4 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good to know. I just have to wait about a month.
Yeah.
Now, we see that that 5 and 2 end up at the casino,
Mm-hmm.
and any comments on that scene, Joe? About was it kind of? I guess it was interesting to put the more naive person.
The idea being that I love ensemble shows, writing ensemble shows, because I love occasionally splitting up into sort of unlikely pairings, and as Matt pointed out, letting them have their little adventures and then having things dovetail at the end. And so I kind of wanted to explore the 2-5 relationship, and right off the bat, you need some insight into 5 in that for some reason she's kind of drawn to this little scam, and she's able to figure it out. And at first you think it's because she's super bright, or super quick, which is why 2 puts her on point at the card table. But then she quickly realizes, no, that's not it. But while she's watching, 2's like, well, I think, I could sit in and do this. And she does remarkably well. How is that? Well, everything is connected. Everything is kind of a hint to the characters or who they were. And it all is revealed sort of down the line. But, it's just kind of fun juggling storylines. And one of the things that I just wanted to mention before I forget is I was looking through the photos for this episode. This is actually directed by Amanda Tapping, who played Samantha Carter on Stargate, SG-1 for many years. And it was my first experience actually working with Amanda as a director, and she was fabulous. The cast loved her, and she really sort of captured those humorous beats which are so important, but also those kind of fun little visual beats. Like as I'm watching the episode, I remember her saying, like, there's a scene where at the end, Chase Court is walking towards the door. He pulls out his gun, and she told him, like, basically, this is how you kind of flip it up this way so you get that nice profile shot of the gun, and then kind of lower it as you hit the door. And she has, like, she she's a terrific actress, but she's a fantastic director as well. So, I mean, that's one thing that really stood out about this episode was working with Amanda, and what a thrill it was.
So there, would you agree? And I think you've actually said this before, if I don't recall correctly, there is an advantage to a director having been an actor, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, in that it really, you were sympathetic or really empathetic to the actors, and you're able to understand where they're coming from in many respects. So yeah, I would say yes.
And every time she has acted, and then she has seen the finished product on the screen, and so the actor, I guess, is well aware, an experienced actor is well aware of how they will be portrayed later on the final product.
Right.
Correct.
Correct.
How did she end up being the director for it anyway? I know they'll apply to do certain jobs, but someone had to say, "You're it."
Well, I'm the showrunner, so I reached out to her, and I mean,
I see.
over the
Rob, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate your input, and you're welcome back anytime, my friend.
I appreciate that, BJ. Take care, everybody. I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Take care, Rob.
Bye.
See you, Rob.
See you later, Maria.
All right. Are you okay for a little bit, Maria?
Yeah, are you?
How are you? No, I'm concentrating when you see my head down like that.
Okay.
We need our snort counter here. Go find DJ. Deej. And hello to Late Horror Show. Hello, Dino.
Dino, how's it going?
Guys, by the way, again, let's remember to those of you guys have wrenches, our trusted community wrenches. Please put in your channels as much as you want. Please, Dino, please go ahead and put your channel in. Of anybody else who has a channel, if you don't have a wrench, ask me for a wrench. If you have content on your channel. Okay, let's continue.
Your career, you work with people you like, and you continue to work with people you like. So, I mean, Jodelle landed on the show because I worked with her on Stargate SG-1 when she was 13 years old, and I loved her, and I really wanted her to have the part. I heard Amanda had been directing, and I used Andy Makita, who is also a Stargate director. He directs 2 episodes in season 1. We tried to get Will Waring, but he was unavailable till I think season 2. And then Amanda actually ended up doing 2 episodes for us. So this one, and then an episode in season 2. And really, it all comes down to scheduling as well. I mean, if the really good directors are very busy, and you're lucky to get them. So we were just very lucky to get Amanda for this episode.
Joe, and I guess an obvious question: would there have ever been a role for Amanda down the road in season 4 or 5?
We actually offered her a role, like a small role in season 2 in an episode she was directing, but it just was. She just wanted to focus on the directing, so we just let her direct. And I really kind of toyed with the idea of doing having an SG-1 cameo somewhere down the line. Once we got a few more, another season under our belt, not have SG-1 play SG-1, but have the actors do a cameo as some sort of a team that crosses paths with the crew of the Raza.
Excuse me. Now, let me just stop there. That was a very interesting comment in itself. But we should remind everybody that it was even discussed when Stargate was completely off the air that there be some kind of SG-1 crossover with Dark Matter. And that there would be a possibility of Dark Matter universe existing in the Stargate universe. Of course, Dark Matter's in the future. But that would be fascinating, right, Maria?
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people agreed to that as well. That would be one heck heck a good show.
Guys, don't forget. Make sure you are. These are different channels, right? Make sure that you're subbed to one of both of Dino's channels. I'm subbed to this one. I'm gonna have to sub to this one. Talking Art Bell with Dino. Wow. Then the Late Late Horror Show with Dino. And don't forget to, of course, subscribe to the lovely Maria's Tea and Telly.
No, I forgot to do that myself. Thank you, Tracy.
And thank you, Tracy. Tracy is on the ball with everything. Don't forget, guys, Troy has a great content. That's a great picture, Troy.
I love
Troy
that.
has great content. Maria's on recently, right? You were on with them recently.
Yeah, doing the review on the coupling show, and I'm going to have him and the lovely Knitter on my channel soon.
Awesome, and we want to see Knitter in that cosplay if she fits into that suit. That'd be awesome. And Time Prophet, guys, Time Prophet does a lot of 3D stuff, and he's talking about a book which we want to know more about. So. Please let us know. Let's DM more about that, Prophet. Send me a DM about your book, because I don't recall the book right now. I might just be going blank right now, but don't recall about the book right now. And then again, Maria puts in Mike Satterfield, Star Trek actor Mike Satterfield, our friend. Classic Glue Reviews. Make sure you are subbed to Classic Glue Reviews. Mike is doing great stuff on YouTube. He's doing gaming on Twitch. One of my favorite Twitch channels to watch.
Mine? Oh.
Go ahead, Maria. Sorry.
I said mine.
Yours
mine?
too?
Yeah. Is that your favorite? It's mine.
Oh, yours. I was talking about Mike's, but yours.
I know.
Yours,
I'm just kidding.
I know. Yeah, so many great channels in the community. Let's hashtag we grow together, guys. You have to remind yourself about your book too. Yeah, it's been a long time, Prophet. We need to get you back. I need to start streaming regularly. That's the problem. Yeah, I hope Troy's recovering well. All right, let me start again. Mike is awesome. Yeah, Glenda, Mike is awesome. Star Trek actor Mike Satterfield, Classic Glue. Yeah.
But wow, sadly, never got that opportunity.
Wow. Amazing. Wow. Well, you know what? I didn't think about this the other day when you mentioned that. I have to ask you now. Is there any chance of a Dark Matter cameo in a new Stargate series?
I don't know. That would first of all, we would have to get a new Stargate series, and that's still a big if.
Oh, Maria, this is an upcoming question for Joe, because there is a new Stargate series coming. I think it's very premature to ask this question, but who knows?
Yeah. He'll probably roll his eyes. Like,
I'm writing this down though.
Yes,
I'm writing this down though. All right.
That would be a conversation maybe to have with Brad as well, since he's leading the charge on that one. But I don't know. Who knows? Yeah.
All right, fans. So everybody in the audience, hashtag and tag Brad Wright. Thank you, John Burns. Did Anthony Lemke demand that one goes down in the gassing before three does?
No, he never demanded it. Possibly it was in the back of his mind, which is why maybe he delayed going down till the very end. But I mean, it's maybe something that went through his mind.
That's a funny question, John.
That's a question for Anthony, and like I said, I we had Roger on for episode 2, so eventually I would like to get more cast members and maybe some directors on as well and guest stars as sort of the series progresses. It's just a matter of it comes down to scheduling for them.
Let me just really quick, Louise, what is the PGS? I'm not sure what you mean by the PGS. That's interesting, though. Orville channel. Thank you for sharing. If you can elaborate a little, Louise, that'd be great. Thank you. Netter's channel, of course. Netter's channel, guys. Make sure you're subbed to Netter as well. And those are 2 channels in that household. Okay.
That would be so fun.
That'd be wicked.
Yes, on charismatic music. Everybody, if you go ahead and if you can please go ahead and share the stream. There's a lot of people, including the host, who is confused about the time. So yeah, if you guys can share and let people know that we're live, that'd be great.
Yeah, Jim. Backdoor dark matter. Backdoor dark matter. Yeah.
And Joe, I want to take advantage because sometimes we don't get to all of the sharing of the images that you send in, and I want to make sure that today we had a little bit more time to go through them, and I wanted to go ahead and share some of these. I gotta say,
gotcha. Thank you, Louise. The post geek singularity. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that, Louise.
Tom Costantino from the Orville is fabulous about doing this, and John Cassar does it a lot too. He's the one of the 2 directors for Orville season 3, but Joe, you guys, people like you.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Maria. You got to go, so go.
Okay. I had like 5 minutes. Sorry, I couldn't join very long.
No, that's fine. I know you got to do your Zen stuff, so go do your Zen stuff.
Do. Okay. Well,
Thank
you know
you
what?
so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everybody, and thanks for the RAFFLE stuff.
Make sure you guys sub to Maria. It's T and Telly.
All right. We'll see you guys soon.
Okay. Bye, Maria. Thank
Bye.
you.
You bet.
Tom and John are just, you guys you're so generous with the fans, so showing all this backstage stuff that I'm about to show.
Oh, well, I mean, I always say it's thanks to the fan, but I am employed, so it's the least I could do.
I think, I gotta say, Joe, if I'll ask you this question off the air. I didn't want to. I'll ask you, but there's a lot of there's so much material that Joe has shared us that we may have to go through it on a separate day because
this is just a picture of the cast. Whenever they would get the scripts, they would always read it right away. Anthony used to talk about how he used to drive he would rap, and then it would take him like an hour or an hour and a half to get home where he lived in Prince Edward County. And we would get the scripts, and he would have the script sent to his wife so that she would read the script to him over the car speaker phone while he was driving.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Really quick, bye, Galinda. Thank you for joining us. Nate, put in your channel because Nate's got really good opinions and content, and he's going to be up and running soon. So put up your channel again, Nate, because you're gonna, when you're up and ready to go, you're gonna want people subbed. So make sure everybody's subbed to Nate. Go ahead and put it in, please.
So it was always great to see how excited they always got about, whenever the new scripts came out.
Wow.
Well, we know you told us before, the actress that did that, she was very quick at taking up the scripts and sometimes helping other people with their lines. Mm-hmm. Don't rat in. Well, if they're not going to be a guest, you can rat them out. Who was the slowest or had the most distractions in life that prevented them from, we'll put it that way, from learning?
Actually, from a professional standpoint, they were all great. None of them had really any issues getting the dialogue. They just approached it differently. Like, I think I mentioned the fact that Jodelle, I would never get any notes from her, and she would always basically just deliver a scene pretty much as I imagined it. Roger would be one who would come to my office and be like, hey, can I lose this line? Can I say this? Which is always great. Zoe used to prefer to text, and she would, be reading the script and say, can I say this or can I change that? That'd be great. Anthony was always the guy who on the day would be like, hey, can I, there's a scene at the very end where one goes in to visit and he's sitting there and he puts his feet up and he's like, I want to do this barefoot. And I was like, no, you can't do this barefoot. He's like, come on. And I'd have this 5
eating
minutes.
a pork
There
chop.
wasn't an argument, but a discussion with him about the fact that no, we're not going to do it barefoot. Let's keep your shoes on. So,
but Joe,
yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. I mean, that was always Anthony though. He's always looking to add things to it, and 9 times out of 10 I would let him, and 9 times out of 10 it would stay in the cut because it was always great.
Joe, I swear to God, I actually asked myself at one point when I was doing the binge watch that if we would ever see somebody just walking around in shorts and barefoot because they live, they live on the ship. That's funny. You said that.
Oh, this is Amanda in action, setting up the shot.
That's Amanda tapping?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Now, for
It just
people not
looks
in the
too cool.
industry, what machine is she using?
That is a good question. I do not have the specific answer to that, but essentially she's essentially, like I said, setting up her shot. I think basically she's checking out a potential lens for her next shot.
Cool.
Joe, I know you've talked a lot about the LTS sort of attitude on Stargate. Did she bring that with her, or did she learn a lot from her time on Stargate and bring that sort of directorship to the show?
Well, the LTS, life's too short, mantra came from Brad Wright on Stargate, and life's too short to work with unpleasant people, and so we tried our best to work with very pleasant people on Stargate, and for the most part we did. And it was really something that I brought to Dark Matter, and it was a very positive atmosphere. So in that respect, Amanda fit right in. So as I mentioned, the cast loved her. She's great to work with, professional, but also, very warm and understanding. Somebody you can talk to. So very much in that kind of frame of mind.
Really, just quick on Netter's post here, comment. You're going to be dropping a video on 3D printing for newbies. Are you into 3D printing, Netter? That's interesting. Can you elaborate on that? Well, that's going to be a really interesting video to watch, I think. Thank you, Netter, for posting that. And let me know if I didn't know you were into that. Do you elaborate on that?
Oh, awesome.
Alex and Melissa. I think is that Alex's green juice or is that Melissa's green juice? Oh, no, I think that's maybe Melissa's green juice.
Sub to Nate, guys, too.
Now, do you want to comment on 4 in this episode, Joe? He was his interesting. His role was different.
Yeah. He begins to sort of do some digging, and begins to discover a little more about his backstory and his connection to the Royal House of Ishida, and potentially the fact that he is wanted for the death of his father.
See, when I started watching the episodes, I thought, oh, he has a ring. Oh, maybe he has a long lost lover sort of thing. No. And then when it came up, it was like, oh no, he might have killed his dad. And he's from this long line of rulers. I'm like, I did not see that coming. And now I'm actually originally, not quite as into 4 as say would be 3 as far as interest goes, and now that's shifted, and now I'm trying to spread my interest around with all these characters because they're all going in so many cool directions.
Exactly, they're all very different.
You know, it's funny. We're so used to seeing Ford be so serious that seeing him smiling, he almost seems like a different person.
Yeah, I think Alex was probably the I don't want to say goofy, but kind of a guy who would laugh and kid around more than anyone on that cast. I mean, Roger is a pretty warm guy, but Alex really is a lot of fun.
Now, were there any fun pranks on set because of that?
You would have to ask them, because to be honest with you, I would try to get down to set as much as possible, but I was up in my office most of the time writing. By the way, Rice York, thank you very much. We're asking, what is that? That's known as a director's viewfinder. Allows a director to try different lenses, frame different shots, etc. Thank you, Rice.
Thank you.
Oh, there's Jodelle and Anthony. Jodelle and her vibrant teal hair. Is that teal? I guess you call it teal.
Yeah. Aquamarinish teal.
Yeah.
Now you said that, Joe, you said that was native, that's her natural hair color in the series, right?
Let's just say if she uses transfer transit and she comes out the other end with green hair, then one must infer that that is her natural hair color.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't pick up on it. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So just getting back to the confrontation between Jace Corso and one. What is the now? Oh, I can't ask this question.
I can unplug the headphones if you would like.
No, it's not just you; it's everybody. Okay. Any comments on that scene with the two meeting for the first time, Adega?
Oh, I was still thinking about 4 and the broker, and him starting to light up about Ashita. I'm like Katie. It was all of a sudden the ship got a lot bigger, in one shot. But getting with the first meeting, that was one of the things that I didn't really know how to take. I couldn't really draw an opinion on it the first time or any other time that, I know what the story was, but it was, I couldn't see it long term. It was not quite confusing, but
his backstory as
no, I was thinking, not even his backstory. To me, I was more drawn into how 1 and 3 were relating as opposed to any outside source. That whole thing of them trying to escape and working together. I was so tied into that more than I ever thought about his own backstory that much. Why he was there and everything. It just I just came at it looking at it totally different. Just the way I was, I guess.
Joe, do you want to take this question? I don't think we've asked it before. Why was it called Dark Matter?
It was we did.
I
think we talked about the fact that it was more kind of thematic than literal.
Okay.
That was one of the ones that was the fan pick, wasn't it? The show title?
No. The episode titles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the show title actually was before the fandom. The fandom. That's the director's viewfinder, by the way. There's the other signage. The art department would love to do that. Just put together signage for the various episodes. I think there's a later episode where they come up with they must have a blast coming up with these signs. There's one that was like it's against policy in this jurisdiction to marry an android. So please, and it had that kind of the symbol of an android and a man with like a cross through it. Like I think the android's basically wearing a wedding dress or something. I don't know. It's just the art department has just way too much fun.
Yeah, this is a joke, right? Shao FU2? Or is it
Shafu.
Shafu? Oh, okay.
Shafu, I'm trying to sort of cast my mind back, but I think what I did was I ended up looking up star names, Chinese and Arabic star names. So those tend to be what the space stations are named after.
And some Love Talk asked, do you consider it okay for kids, Joe?
I think it is. There are certain instances of violence, maybe later in the season run, but I mean, I think it's fairly safe family viewing. I don't know.
I don't know. 2 is pretty impressive in this episode, though.
I always recommend with kids, just because I was one of those innocent children, to watch the episode beforehand. And if there's something you don't want your kid to see, like a decapitation, know when to be like, and block, and I'm back. That way you know, and you feel comfortable with that.
As you point out, 2 basically, really goes full out on these guys and traumatizes 5 to a certain extent. So. Yeah. Maybe 5 shouldn't be the one to watch the show.
If you don't want your child to look and react like 5, then maybe wait a little bit.
It was fine for my 10-year-old. Although I don't know if that makes me a good parent or not.
I totally agree. I have the same age kids. I totally agree, Matt. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. It's because, especially considering some of the stuff, like you can walk into the room with kids that age and find they're watching something a lot worse. They'd be like,
"Oh yeah, I'm more likely to be traumatized by the stuff she watches." Nickelodeon will give you nightmares for years.
Mm-hmm. Some of those modern SpongeBobs. Ooh.
I liked the marketplace, Joe.
Yeah, this was actually, we ended up building it within our studio. That's actually the underbelly set that was transformed by Ian Brock, our production designer, into this kind of outdoor marketplace.
What was the vehicle that went by?
Ian is a mad genius in that he will basically go to these industrial sales and pay, 5 cents on the dollar for these cast-off bizarre oddities that he'll either incorporate into the set or just use as background. And that car, or that automobile, that it's three-wheeled car, it was one of his finds. And so it makes an appearance here as it kind of drives down the street. And it makes an appearance, I think, in later episodes as well.
Wow. Okay. Those of you who've gotten the links, I will bring you in shortly, so you can join us for the remainder. So go ahead and check out your DMs. Name droid contest.
Yes, actually. I think this was the crew giving me a not so subtle hint that I wanted a name for the android. So I remember taking a picture of that. The fans, the crew were, it was like android.
The top prize, something shiny, instantly fun.
Now,
I love that.
did you find any inspiration? I don't know. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Maybe your crew found inspiration from the whole Voyager thing, about the whole drama about whether the Doctor was ever going to be named on Voyager.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Although technically the Doctor got a couple of names throughout the series, so
He did.
I'm waiting to see if the android gets any fun nicknames. Let's see.
Attention all patients. And you have recently traveled outside Shafu 2, or had close contact with someone who recently traveled outside Shafu 2, that person now ill. Now you have fever, cough, trouble breathing, rash, vomiting, or diarrhea. Please tell staff immediately.
I thought this was apropos given the present circumstances.
Yeah, totally.
How prescient.
Oh man. could probably print those out and use them as posters nowadays.
Wow.
Oh, that makes me want to put it up at our office. We have a picture of the dog that you saw earlier. It has a mask on. She posed with it. We have that on the front of the office.
Aww.
Walk-in clinic policy. All patients must provide a galactic health identification card. We do not prescribe any narcotics, hallucinogens, or mood-altering substances. We do not repeat phone-in prescriptions. All patients must arrange follow-up appointments for any x-ray or lab results. Although this is a walk-in clinic, priority is given to those patients with pre-booked appointments. We apologize if you are subject to a long waiting period. We must occasionally administer to emergencies which take priority overall. Okay, that's pretty standard.
Pretty straightforward, yeah.
Cool.
Things haven't changed much.
Yeah, it sounded like they lifted it from another office.
Now, what about we're talking about the medical office? Now, what about 6? And what did you guys think about 6 in the in this whole scenario? Now, Joe, would it be expected that Roger Cross's character would have thought that he might be identified at the clinic, or?
Well, they go in. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, they go into it's a kind of a space station, and I think he even says later on that it's a space station that presumably is frequented by their type, mercs and criminals, but for some reason, they in particular have been flagged.
Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely, yeah. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, he would have thought it might have been a safe environment for people who are on the periphery of society, right?
Exactly.
Okay, was this an obvious attention or just me reading into it? Because you have 2 who not only can count cards, but took out a whole room, including bodyguards.
Mm-hmm.
You have 1 who deliberately changed his identity to get with these people.
Mm-hmm.
6 who is highly flagged. I was trying to remember where I was going with this point, but these aren't, obviously with this episode, it becomes these just aren't your standard criminals. These guys are a cut above. You got 4 who is world-class, super wanted guy who just killed or maimed 100 people in the royal family. So, oh gosh, I'm sorry. It had to do with, I lost my point, but either way, you're seeing a group. These just aren't average criminals. These are a cut above, if you could say.
Yes. And, as sort of the series goes on, you begin to sort of put the pieces on how they ended up on that ship. And, including 1 and 5. 5 is really the outlier here because she is so unlike all of these characters. And yet, she's becoming kind of the glue that holds them together.
I think as well, without sort of ruining the future episodes, I think in the first 2 episodes where the corporations are actually dealing with them, sort of sets them up as a lot worse than your normal criminal.
Right.
Because why would the big corporations deal with someone if they're just your average sort of run-of-the-mill criminal?
Right.
And I like it because it's not like initially you think, okay, they must have murdered a lot of people. But now it's like, okay, they murdered a lot of people and have a very interesting skill set. They're just you're increasing their portfolio, if you will. You're like, all right, let's add on card counting next to murder and kidnapping. And I like seeing how much you can fit on that list.
Yes, Love Talk. This is the one where they all got in some kind of trouble. And I want to thank John Burns. Snafu situation, normal, all effed up.
Now, with the drinks and such for the bars and stuff, were those actual drinks or is that just food coloring and water?
Mostly food coloring and water, but I mean, it was always amazing what they would find to put in those pill bottles. Like I think when Roger is popping pills on the show, they're Tic Tacs, but you have to be careful because some of them were filled with like pod tides because they were nice and colorful.
Oh my god!
Yeah, just anything that kind of popped.
So you were ahead of the time.
Yeah. Be careful what you put in your mouth. But that goes for, it's kind of general. Oh yes. Oh, there's that
Well
nasty
done.
burn.
That is gnarly.
Do you want to mention anybody who's working on makeup on the show? Do you want to mention their names?
Yes. So that was Linda McCormick, our head makeup. Linda's amazing what she does, and she just kind of took me through. Okay, how gross do you want it to look? And she had various applications that you can apply to the skin, and then she'll use her paints and discolor it accordingly, and have it kind of fade in so that it looks like a part of his arm. And then of course, you don't want, it's such a nasty burn. You don't want the character to basically have that for the rest of the show. So he we introduced this technology, the skin graft technology, that allows him to repair the arm so that in a later episode, you'll notice it pretty much heals.
Wow.
That'd be such a handy technology. The amount of times I accidentally trip over something, it would be so helpful just to, all gone.
So I'm gonna bring in Joe. I'm gonna bring in for the remainder of the episode just a couple of people from the from our fandom, from our audience.
Sure.
And they are all big Joe Malazzi fans. They are huge Joe Malazzi fans. And I want to bring in Peggy, who is also a big Orville fan.
Peggy!
And before I forget, today is Seth MacFarlane's birthday. So happy birthday, Seth.
Happy
and many
what
more.
birthday I've got.
Yeah, you got a couple of birthday buddy there.
Yeah. All right. Welcome, Peggy.
All right, guys. Well, I think
Hello.
For some reason, I don't remember exactly why, but we opened up this panel to several, we've made it an open panel. We never did it again because of Joe's time. But it was great. We had Peggy there. We had a few more other people there. But it was a great experience. So we're gonna wrap this up, and I want to thank everybody for being here. By the way, Netter, very interesting stuff with your learning about 3D printing. I also want to learn about 3D printing. Very, very cool. All right, guys. Well, again, before we wrap up, just again, congratulations to everybody, to Netter, for example, who won, Troy, Resolute Germ, who else? Matt from Pranakasha Productions, and some of the people winning the pins were Peter H, Captain Trek, Cardinal Sin, Wardogheim, Homer Frizzle. So thank you guys all for joining us. Thank you for supporting Rambling. And I know this took a long time to get done, but it's done. And now all I have to do is reach out to each and every one of you, and we will figure something out. Even though I'm still traveling, we'll figure out a way to get each of these items to each of you. So thank you, everybody. Thank you again to everybody. From I think the beginning. Thank you, Loki, Mexican Iron Man, Mary, also known as Mrs. CANUCK, Melissa O'Neill. Thank you, Joe, Joe Malazzi. Thank you, Tom Costantino. Thank you, Seth MacFarlane. Thank you to everyone and everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. everybody who's still in the chat with us right now. Thank you, Time Prophet. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Rapunzel. Thank you to Rob and Maria who joined us for a little bit. Thank you, Louise. Everybody, Netter. Thank you, Time Prophet. Everyone, guys, who has been in here. Thank you, Nate. Everyone. Matt Ryan, who was in the chat and on the stream, and of course, thank you again to Katie and Adega and Joe, of course, for joining us for in the original recording of this. So you guys, let me see. Let's just look at some final comments here. Yeah, guys. By the way, Netter's putting out some newbie videos for newbie 3D printing. People want to learn about 3D printing. Thank you, Tracy. You've been awesome with being the wrench in the chat. Thank you so much, Tracy. And we need to get you on the panel. And guys, make sure you're subbed to everybody in this community. This is an awesome community. Every PJ will visit everyone in W in person. That's funny. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody. Netter, hopefully we'll see you in that costume, in that cosplay. Have you thought of delivering the winnings by drone? That'd be fun. Guys, thank you to everybody. It's I'm very repetitive, so I'm just gonna sign off. You guys all have a blessed day, night, morning, wherever you are, and be safe and make this world a better place in your day-to-day. Thank you, guys.